amigos of the debate will be falling amigos on the debate will be
You can't kill my confidence, you can't give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you can't give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you can't give a fuck, that's what they tell me. All the fucks I ever gave on,
Hello, chat. How are we doing this fine evening? Chat. What is up, guys? ASMR jump scare. So true. So true. What is up, guys? Man, look at all that H3 stuff going on. That's crazy. Don't really care that much. Mainly because since since Carl Schwab stepped down as the leader of the World Economic Forum, my paychecks from the deep state stopped coming in. Oh boy. Dude, what's up, man? What's up? Damn, my camera is all fucking not focused on me. There we go. Diesel answer for the Pope. It can't be me. It can't be me. Here's why it can't be me. Okay? Here's why. Dude, what is with it today? Who the fuck was messing with this shit? Couldn't have been me, even though I'm the only one who touches it. Dude, okay. Fucking, when I said the Pope was gonna die and Trisha Paytas was gonna have a baby, I didn't know it was gonna happen that instantly. Alright? Yeah, D, you totally cursed his 100-year-old ass. The man was 88. He was gonna die eventually. I didn't know that JD Vance would kill him. Jesus. It was all those scary JD Vance edits. He was like a fucking... You gotta understand the Pope was born in like 1812, okay? He saw a colored picture of JD Vance where his face looked all fucked up, and it has stopped his heart instantly, okay? It was like the reverse of a miracle, okay? Dude, what is with it? I feel like I'm not... There we go. That's what I needed. But yeah, man, I didn't... Yeah, dude, fucking Jay Schlatt. Jay Schlatt called it, man. I'm a little pissed. I want to take Schlatt's status as the predictor streamer. Dude, I need to start taking fucking Deadpools on people, okay? Schlatt is 2 for 2. I heard about the Pope, and it was an alarming thing, okay? No, see, unless it doesn't matter unless Trisha Paytas has that baby soon, okay? She's got like 2 weeks to push it out, all right? That's 2 weeks. A month max, okay? That baby's got to come any day now. If the baby doesn't come out soon, that ain't Pope Francis, okay? But yeah, I can't believe that fucking happened, dude. I need to start predicting stuff more often, you know? I need to start predicting stuff more often. Shit. A baby coming out during the melon stream. True. If the baby is premature, we know for a fact that's Francis. Dude, I wasn't expecting the Pope to die that fast. I figured, he's an old guy, but I figured he'd stick around a little longer. I didn't know His Holiness was going to be taken back literally right after seeing fucking JD Vance. Dude, you know what's crazy is Conclave comes out on Amazon Prime tomorrow. This is not an ad. That read like an ad, and it's not. But dude, okay, chat. Before I get on today's topic, which is really fucking interesting. Not really. I just didn't want to talk about Ethan Klein. Now, I watched Black Mirror for the first time recently, and it really felt like watching the Reddit show, like a Reddit show, like a show made by a Redditor. It was like, what if Reddit made a science fiction show? And that's what I watched. And I literally was like, like the second the pitch was presented to me about Black Mirror, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is this what Black Mirror is? So Black Mirror, because it's an anthology series, puts the newest season first on Netflix So I watched the episode about the little like the little like she fucking gets like a lady gets a Neuralink in her brain because she has brain cancer, right? And also there's like a set your dick on fire website, right? So we have two hooks. The horrifying reality that people will get paid money to be idiots on the internet. That would never happen. Only in a science fiction setting, am I right, guys? And then the Neuralink cancer thing. And you know exactly where the Neuralink cancer thing is going the second they pitch you how the device works, right? So the lady from the corporation that makes the Neuralink comes to the guy who's a working class Joe, right? And she's like, "Oh, yeah, sign up for Neuralink and you'll be able to get your wife's brain back. We'll connect her to our service, our service network." And the second they were like, "Oh, we make a copy of a part of her brain and put it on a server." And then, by the way, the whole pitch of the project is really stupid. Your brain stops working if you leave the service area. Wouldn't it make more sense to power an electronic brain using the human body rather than getting the service for your memory from like a fucking Chat GPT server farm that's sucking up fucking 40 million hectares of water? Like, just the whole like a way that it's set up where it's like, oh, you pay it, like the whole shtick. Here's the shtick. The shtick is that the lady has a fucking subscription model for her fucking brain, right? And if they don't keep paying the subscription model, she goes comatose, right? And of course, when they do it, she gets it, and all of a sudden she starts saying ads. Like, she'll start talking with her husband, and they're trying to have a baby, and she's like, you know, you could always try fucking dick pills. The dick pills will make your dick hard, right? But it's like, she says it in a way where it's like she's clearly reading like an ad prompt, and they're like running ads through her brain. And so they constantly, throughout the whole thing, keep having to pay for more and more expensive service for her brain. and and I thought like it plays it off not like a comedy bit, but as if like this is really horrifying, and like we got to be careful about the encroaching use of technology on human existence. But then you watch it and you're like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I just could not stop laughing. Okay, because it was so nonsensical to set up and so nonsensical how the technology worked, right? Like I get how I could see a company doing something like that, but like the whole like infrastructure around a business made no sense, right? Like how many people have brain cancer that a company can roll out globally, putting up fucking brain cancer 5G towers that project memories into your brain? Like it would make more sense if the service was like it pings back to the server to like the whole shtick of it where like the memories are stored on the server was really weird and didn't make any sense, and I just couldn't get past it. But like, yeah, the business would make no money. They're like, oh, it's a new startup. Oh, it's a new startup. It's a new startup. Are you kidding me? The only way you're getting away with this is if you're fucking Umbrella Corporation, dude. Like, I could not. And by the way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil the episode for you, for any Black Mirror heads out there. Fucking the episode ends where they cut her service to the basic plan because it's too expensive, and she gets 30 more minutes of service for her brain, and then her brain starts processing ads again, so he has to go kill his wife to stop her from incessantly saying ad reads about everything, right? And then it ends on like a cliffhanger, but it's assumed that the guy kills himself on live stream, and it's just like, okay. If it's satellite, I might buy it, but global, that wouldn't work. South Korea has public internet. be a good place to test the brain Neuralink. No, like I just think it's really funny that they're like offloading it into like big server farms. Okay, like I just thought like the pitch was like really ridiculous because your user base would be so small, right? Like this isn't like like if I got a brain implant that let me process information faster on top of my normal brain, that's different than like having a piece of your brain replaced with robot brain. Like those are just completely different pitches. Like those are different things. One just restores normal function, the other enhances function. But yeah, it just drove me nuts. And I watched one episode and I went, this had 7 seasons. And then I went, I'm good. Upload is better. It's an Amazon Prime show. Interesting. It's almost like somebody's doing a contextual advertisement. Are you a victim of Elon Musk Neuralink? I haven't watched the Gaslight District pilot yet. I was out last night. I hung out with I won't say who, but I hang out with a YouTuber, and then we met up with some other YouTubers. And it was really interesting. It's been a long time since I like took time to do stuff with other YouTubers. So like I was outside. I was really drunk yesterday, but it was great, and I didn't get hungover. I didn't get hungover. I think it's just hard liquor, dude. Because I drank like 1 billion beers, not 1 billion, but a lot. Bro hung out. Did you stay hydrated? No, bro was drunk. So true. What did I had a drink called the jalapeno that was like, it was pretty okay. Like I was into that, right? Like I fucked with it. But are you guys ready to learn about Bentellect? Bentellect. Excuse me. Bentellect. I hung out. I was with Mr. Beast. Dude, I saw the okay, I will say one thing about the Ethan Klein stuff. I obviously those human remains that were sent to him were sourced ethically. I don't think he bought them himself unless there is some knowledge coming directly from Ethan that I have not heard. I have had people say in my general vicinity that Ethan purchased those human remains, but I am going to give the benefit of doubt and say that somebody purchased remains and sent them to him. The what? I think it would be a little. I'm not going to be conspiratorial and say that Ethan Klein bought human remains to look like a victim. Yeah. So a skull. Okay, a skull was sent to Ethan Klein's house, and it was from a business that sources human remains. I don't think that's technically legal, so I do need to look into that because I can very vaguely remember that you cannot do that. But yeah, unis do it all the time, but a uni is different than a private individual. But yeah, someone sent him 2 human skulls, which, you know, yeah, there is a contingent of the population that really wants to say that they're anti-racist or not anti-Semitic, but they should probably just say that they are and then just move forward, because I feel like at the end of the day, we probably can't do both at the same time. Depends on the state. Some do and do not have laws against this stuff. Did he report it to the police? I don't know. I've just seen the Instagram stuff. Like I said, I'm not like plugged into that story. I know the mods were talking about the one that I'm going to be talking about today a little bit prior to this, right? But yeah. Either way, that's fucking wild, dude. It's fucking wild. It's looking it's looking real weird these days, dude. Yeah, wait a second. Can we go back and ask how you ethically source skulls? Let me go see. Buy hold on, buy human remains online. I will say he did frame the skull shit very poorly, and I'm glad he elaborated and showed the vid. Yeah, listen, I know some of my mods are very critical of Ethan, and that's fine, and I get it, but we gotta be careful that we don't accidentally just feel whatever we feel, whatever is the exact opposite, right? So it's like, if you don't feel charitable to someone, I understand it's really easy to sit there and go, I don't believe a single thing out of his mouth. But we always got to check ourselves. I do too, right? Like, I had to eat my words. And agree with iDubbbz, and that's pretty rough, okay? I didn't like that. Dude, imagine, like, you volunteer your body to science, and then you just get blown up by the Department of Defense based. Buy human remains. Real human bones for sale. Responsibly sourced human osteology. Okay, this is a really cute website, and okay. I will say you got to be a certified hater if something like this was purchased and sent to his house. Yeah, there's a lot of different sites like this. Oh, this one's definitely a lot more affordable. What if I put this on my throne? I sent you the site they were sourced from. This goes hard. I know this is fucking horrifying and disgusting. Real human exploded skull. Oh my god, dude. Real human child skull. $2,900. How much does it cost? You can buy a whole child skull for roughly $3,000, okay? Honestly, 2,500 for a human skull is great. Affordable human remains sourced ethically. Well, I mean, you know, I don't, what the fuck are you supposed to do otherwise, you know? Like, dude, for my foot fiends, we got real human left foot painted and articulated. You could literally set up, you could have your very own gripper in-house. Yes, Diesel, but how will the tariffs affect the ethically sourced human remains industry? Well, you know, I feel like sometimes human remains like fall off the back of the truck, you know what I mean? And we just get them from places that we just don't know how to ethically source, you know? Buying a child skull is weird. It's weird unless you're like a pediatric university, right? Like if you're just like a guy in Montana, I don't think, no, you know? The exploded human skull goes kind of hard though. $6,000 and you can buy this like fucking guy's head that peeled into pieces. Dude, a cannonball went through his face. That is super sick, actually. I really think this is cool. Kind of morbid, but kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Real human skeletons. You can buy a real human skeleton for $7,000. I don't even know where I would put that if I owned that. That's like the size of a person. But dude. It's kind of cool. You can drink light beer out of an ethically sourced skull. Half the calories, twice the punch. Okay, Rena, who is not to be confused with other common viewers named Rena. I think if I drank beer out of a skull, something bad might happen to me. I think I might actually have a curse cast upon me to do that. So most ethically sourced remains are from people donating their bodies to science. However, some of those remains go to military research where they just blow them up to see what happens. I mean, you know, like it's not like Meemaw can complain once you blow her up, right? I mean, she can't even complain before you blow her up. Like, you know, the people offended aren't around to witness it, so they can just think that I went to go help like cancer or some shit. You know, like what I don't know, don't hurt me. I'm certain I'd live if I drank human remains, but I will ignore. I will ignore the human remains drinking thing. So I do want to move on to the actual topic. Okay. Sorry, okay. I was doing the South Park guy. Sorry. All right, so let's talk about Bentellect. He has fluoride eyes, you know, like he has like A11, you know, Jacobian visage, okay? Speaking of phrenology. Okay. Motherfucker got some when they invented white people, I think of this guy. Okay, he's got Jonesy written all over him. I don't like it when he's got the Bieber hair because he kind of I feel like he kind of too old for that. Okay, but if you don't know of his content, right, I'll just play a TikTok of his. He's a TikTok creator with 11 million followers, right?
Guys, what's stopping you from dressing like this 24/7? I do not work. Finally found my true native land meme.
So you guys mocked me for the Reddit thing, but this guy makes 6 figures laughing at fucking tweets from 2014, okay?
Elite. If you see me talking to myself, I'm having a staff meeting. Yo, I never have.
Dude, not him laughing at coworker memes. Dude, this is the annoying guy from Marketing Final Boss is here, and it is this white guy.
People over, but when I do, please. Savage. Fries dipped in ranch.
Like, you know what happens when I view a tweet like this? This is my experience. That's funny. No, that one's pretty good. I like that. I'm just saying that verbally because you wouldn't hear me like the tweet. Oh, this is, yeah, I get this. I've been there, you know.
Are better than fries dipped in ketchup. Ooh, that's big facts. I feel bad for my future kids because I'm trash at math, so we will all be crying. Yes. Me risking my job, career, and...
Dude, I love that Lithuania mentioned ended up becoming a comment on this.
Future to get an extra 15 minutes of sleep. Facts. My dad couldn't find...
Listen, buddy, there's no way that whatever. And that one was like, that one made me angry. It was like, I had to call myself back to normalcy because I was about to like crash out over this guy being like, so relatable. All right, but not to be that guy, but you know, I was mocked. I was mocked relentlessly by my commentary peers, no doubt, for being part of the Reddit crew. And now this guy's making bread over fucking baskets, bro. I don't know what that's not a phrase, but you know what I mean. Like, Jesus.
Google Chrome, so I did this. When she says you're more than her friend, but less than a boy.
Diesel, quiet. There's a lion nearby. What am I missing?
Friend. Rest in peace. I'll put my drink in the freezer so it cools faster. Opening the freezer 2 days later. kid, I'm 6 years old. That's great. I was born in 2016. How is that possible? Haha.
Oh, okay.
Guys.
None of that is funny. None of that was funny. Not a single one of that was funny. I just like none of that could have mustered up any single kind of reaction in my fucking bones, dude.
I make the face, you make the sound.
Okay. 2, 1.
Dude, what's the meme about a Chungus? This is the Chungus couple, like. Now, okay, I will say, the drama that we're gonna be watching about this guy, I do believe predates him having a partner. Okay.
Okay.
So like she's new, all right. But when this happened, he didn't have a girlfriend, from what I'm able to tell. Either that, or you know, they white people like that, where they got like the polycule going on, you know. But I watched the whole thing on 2x speed, and he sounded like a chipmunk. I mean, he ain't doing much, you know, like. But we'll start with the critical video because it is kind of like the basis for this, all popping off, right? And it all kind of goes from there.
I've thrown on the formal attire today because we need to discuss something very important. A huge loser named Bentellect. Big goofball, weirdo, lame-mo, behemoth creep. He is a big TikTok creator, and that's a word I'm using very loosely here, with 11 million followers, and I'm sure only people under the age of 10 have ever heard of him before. What he's become known for over the years is looking at tweets or comments, reading them out, and then going, heh, yeah, that's literally it. But sometimes it's a little hard to even muster a laugh, so what he'll do is he'll read one of the comments and then go, yeah, true. And then that's the whole thing.
That is, yeah, well, that is quite literally the whole video, so yes.
As far as to just threaten to sue the person that made fun of him. You disgusting goblin, you make me sick. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Now, while I do think a legal battle with Benjamin over me making fun of him would be hilarious, I still...
Okay, so I should say that I really do not want my first lawsuit to be with this guy. And there's a long list of guys who hate me, who would love to take a crack. So, Bentellect, please get in line.
To just threaten to sue the person that made fun of him. You disgusting goblin, you make me sick. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Now, while I do think a legal battle with Benjamin over me making fun of him would be hilarious, I still just don't really feel like showing you any of his clips because it's just going to rot your brain and it's yucky. It's just trash. So, no reason for that. Let's get into what I want to discuss, the new information that came out about this weirdo. So, Bentellect recently made a podcast, I suppose, and he invited someone on named Jordan Mack.
You know what? The thing is, Charlie's video is basically going to go over all of the things I'm about to go over. But all you need to know is that Bentellect was very mad about this video existing. Okay? Now, this video is a year old, and that information that Bentellect is mad about, he does go over. So, I do have it, and we will go over it. Okay? I was invited to be on a podcast by a pretty popular TikTok creator. In 3 hours we were supposed to go record, he asked me if I wanted to make an OnlyFans video with him, which I declined. And 1 hour before we were supposed to meet up, he canceled. This is why. Angry emoji. Do you want to make a video for OnlyFans? When? Today? No. You need a TTS test. Oh, an STD test from within the last 14 days and an OnlyFans creator account. I mean, a video for your page? Doing what? I don't know what performs the best on your page. I don't know what performs the best on your page. I was just thinking you're helping me with doing a video for my YouTube. So maybe hey, I know you're coming onto my YouTube video, but could I make a fucking sex tape with you? Oh my god. You come on my podcast, no one watches. I come on your tits. These are the laws of equivalent exchange. I am a full metal alchemist. The metal is just the microplastics in my jizz, but you know. I'm good. Thanks, though. Sorry. Sorry, I'm all out of sex tapes with unidentifiable white men today. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh my god. Let's see. Do 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 do. Hold on. All right. Diesel likes his microplastics. Well, you know, they do just be getting in places. All right. No worries. I'm gonna do the pickle video with someone else. Thanks, though. Okay, any particular reason why? To be honest, I thought it would be fun to film and see where things go, but I got it. Listen, I know we were gonna do a collab, but you won't fuck me for money, so I think we're just gonna have to part ways, you know, it's... Okay, best of luck. Pickle tasting video coming soon. All right. I like how this guy is like, this guy is the most. Oh my god. I can't believe the living embodiment of Whole Foods just tried to hop his way into a fucking OnlyFans video. Meanwhile, this poor girl was spending her day coming here tasting fucking pickles. All right? This guy eats pickles. All right? This guy eats pickles and he will be able to retire before you. I just want to put that into perspective, okay? Fauci joining the Nessie Monster marathon streams. What's happening over here? You know, things. We were going to do a pickle taste testing mukbang video podcast, which was my idea in the first place. With all due respect, Jordan Max, it ain't a really revolutionary idea, but but now he's just gonna take my idea and do it with someone else. Fucking typical. I mean, he was hoping for a collab, okay? You know, he scratches your back. Wait, no.
Whatever
You
happened
scratch
to
his
just
back, he
going
blows
to a
out
roller
yours.
rink or a movie date?
Well, you can't do a roller rink date because that's not going to get views on OnlyFans, you know? You need to do a little something else and put it behind your pay-per-view, you know? Dude, I think Internet Explorers needs to do a pickle tasting episode, and then I need to ask the guys to be on an OnlyFans video with me. The microplastics also sit on all of our brains, I think. So it's always up in our heads to talk. Oh, well, I hope there's no microplastics in my brain, because I need that. My brain, not the plastic. I mean, I like the plastic, but... I thought because you're a sex worker, you're constantly looking to do that labor for free. And that in the midst of eating pickles like we talked about, you know what he'd say to that? He'd say, it's not for free. You're getting money from the video. But also, wait a second. Pause. So if he... Okay, wait. Does that mean that there's a price? Like if you put money down for the OnlyFans video... Does that mean that this would be a different story? Because the labor for free is kind of the aspect here. I'm just saying Bentellect probably could have saved this if he buttered it up. I'm thinking, you know, business. That's prostitution then. No, it's different because it's on OnlyFans. It's not different, but I think it's funnier if I say it is different. So I'll say it's different. It's not prostitution if you film and sell it. Well, this is just a fun little legal loophole. Guys, 10 quick tricks to get away with and that in the midst of eating pickles, like we talked about, you'd randomly want to have sex. But now that I can't manipulate you, I don't want to do a video because I'm a shitty person. And then she ats Bentellect. You need to take this tweet down or I will sue you. Okay. Bentellect? What about this is litigatable? There's nothing slanderous or defamatory about any of that. You know, it's... And then, of course, the TikTok comments. You want to make a video for OF and do what? I'm not actually sure. I mean, maybe he just sits there in a chair when you think about it. So as it turns out, I'm not the only one. Bentellect has tried this with another woman who wishes to stay anonymous. DM'd me the screenshots from that conversation that she had with him as well. Thank you, Ops, for the raid. I was told that it was very crazy tonight. Very poggies. Says the most milquetoast insult. I'm going to sue you. Yeah, at least when other people threaten a lawsuit, they have some, like, real balls of plastic to back it up, you know? Like they really bring something to the table. I'm just saying, usually you got to be a little cuckoo bananas to start saying stuff like that in the DMs like that. But it's like literally the fucking Wojak over here is like saying, I'm going to sue you if you don't take your tweet down. Do you work tomorrow? Sorry, crazy busy day. I don't work tomorrow. No, I gotta, okay, hot take. Literally not a single person who works in the independent creator industry works a lot. Okay? I enjoyed my time with the people I was with yesterday. We all could probably work more. We all probably could. I mean, like, even me with like a normal day job, I mean, I probably could. You know, I spend some time doing dick all, and I could definitely be more of a productive Andy. I actually, my vernacular is completely fucking fried. You ignore us. What do you mean more work? I mean, like, I could, you know, sometimes I'm not working. I mean, I was at work today, you know, that is not a healthy mindset. Yeah, well, you know, in this economy. I literally have had Ash, you ignore me, Diesel. I quite literally have not been around. I will say that. It has actually been a very busy last 2 weeks. We need to finish this film at work, and it takes up quite a bit of time. So try being an influencer for one day, Diesel. Dude, one of the people, dude, one influencer recently was like, I got some work done, and now I don't need to work for the next month. And I was like, wow. Must be nice. Imagine not working for a whole month. Europeans are like, yeah, I know what that's like. Americans are like, never heard of it. All right, let's make some content tomorrow. Not like that, but just film a podcast. What do you think? You're killing me, gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, you know, Toots, just come over. We're gonna do a pickle tasting podcast. It'll be a good time. What do you think? You know, I'm not saying that we come over and film any content that's risque, but I'm just saying, you know, what do you think? Hey, beautiful broad, why aren't you answering me? I've also been thinking about this OF thing, and I think it could make us a lot of money. Straight up. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. There's a character in the Boondocks you reminded me of right now. I'm just reminded me of that character.
I just got here, Have Gooners gone beyond the limits of Goonology that Critical Moisturizer has ended him?
Yeah. Now, okay, listen, man. I'm sorry, Ben. If you... This is really funny, because I feel like this is the kind of guy who wants to make porn, but he doesn't know how. So he's just asking women he thinks are hot to have sex with him. And it's like, listen, buddy. Sometimes you gotta take a little to get a little. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, everybody has their dark star. Their dark star penetrated. It's a rite of passage into the industry. It would help, Ben, if you were able to put your mouth where it needs to be for this business, okay? Because there's a lot to it. Not that I would know, you know? Diesel, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm saying that he needs to suck dick if he's going to go into OnlyFans. I'm saying... Can I penetrate? No, you cannot penetrate my dark star. Why do you sound like you know from experience? I've watched documentaries. I watch things, you know? Maybe, yeah. Dude, Destiny could give him some pointers. You're so true. I could make us a lot of money, straight up. Hey, sorry I've been MIA today. Been like a mental health day. You guys have never heard Dark Star? Have you guys not heard Dark Star used as like a euphemism for butthole? My favorite documentary channel, X videos. One thing I've seen as a gooner is I will say there is quite a lot of mental health days in the sex work field. Enough that I think that they're working less than 100 days a year. But you know what? Somebody's buying it, so who the fuck cares? But I'm just saying. Maybe there should be a reevaluation. Who calls it a dark star, or who calls it a mental health day? We just call it the cum button. Oh, okay. Nobody calls it that. That's fucking weird. I don't like that one. I don't like it at all. Do you think the Bang Bus has an HR department? Hey, thank you. Do you want to come over tomorrow night? Actually, are you down to come over tonight, or are you just a flake?
These documentaries include 18 cowboys at a ranch.
No. The real documentaries by real filmmakers. Yeah, I know that one's not gonna have a good answer to it either, but I like that this is like he's trying to neg his way into doing a sex tape. I'm certain with 11 million followers, he could easily get some action, but he's just going like, zero riz. Yeah, there's nothing rizzy about this. There's nothing like another thing, right? He hasn't built rapport, right? If you build rapport, it's easier to get laid. He says like he thinks he's an expert. But like, okay, unironically, if he wants to sit around and try and be a rake, right? Like that's like a rake, not like the fucking creepypasta, like the romantical archetype, right? But if he wants to be like a rake, he needs to like put in some fucking work here. He needs to do a little pizzazz, okay?
If you love Diesel, you'll love Diesel Live.
I'm a bit different than in the videos, aren't I? Hi, pleasure to meet you. Want to bang and post it on the internet for strangers to see? Yeah, there's gotta... Listen, man. Who doesn't love a little pomp and circumstance, okay? Everybody wants a little bread and circuses, okay? Like, if you are trying to riz someone up, you kind of got to put in a little bit of front-facing effort in order to, you know, communicate that, right? But this is like, hey, you want to do some work together? Also, hey, you want to come over tonight and have sex and then post it for other people to see? I mean, I'm just saying, it's a good business opportunity. Bread and circuses, that's a new... Well, you know, it's like all the rigmarole, you know? It's like when you set up your Tinder profile to look real nice, so that way they pay attention to you, you know? Like people want an idea. They want a little something. A rake is a Regency term for essentially a playboy. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, you know? Like you gotta put a little fucking oregano on that pizza, you know? Also, you know what? If you're not in a relationship with a lady, I'm gonna tell you right now, probably a bad thing to call them babe. I don't know what to tell you, but like, if you're just acquaintances with a woman and you start like babing and sugaring and honeying her, and you're not like a southern fucking, you know, lady, or you're not like, it's not like a regional dialect thing, it just comes off as like you're being a sleazeball, all right? Like there's nothing sexy about calling a woman that you're like conversational acquaintances with babe, all right? That's actually a humongous turnoff, okay? It is, as the girlies would say, giving the ick. I feel like I'm actually describing the most basic shit here, but like clearly people are struggling, so. Yeah, day one sugar nickname is creating dust down there. You know from experience, I talk to women, you know, and they tell me, they gave me all the hacks. Okay, they gave me all the like all the things that like help you get where you want to go in life. Okay, they gave me the Dale Carnegie's how to win friends and influence people, except it's how to get girls and sleep with them. These hacks include treat them like humans.
Kimber Kimothy celebrates 20 months of membership. Can I get a pass to call you boss babe?
Yeah, I think I qualify. Isn't the primary thing that makes a rake concept work is that he's either attractive enough to pass on the asshole behavior, or he's got the riz with the moments of asshole? Well, like a rake is like a more particular like archetype, right? Where it's like you come in and you're like pretty hot and charismatic, and you're so charismatic that they sleep with you, and then you drop them and you move on to the next. That's a rake. Diesel has learned the Carl Jobs school of rizzing. Or you just a flake. Sorry, babe, but you're too much of a flake. Bye. And like, this is okay, dude. I'm sorry, but if you're asking someone to make a sex tape and they don't answer you for a day, I'm sorry, but I'm qualifying that as a work message. Okay? And if someone sends me a work message and I don't respond to it until the end of day, that's just business, baby, okay?
I have talked to women. Okay, Steetle, Mr. Woman Talker over here.
You know, I think they would vouch for me. Hold on, let me see if I can get them to vouch for me. I'm waiting. I know they see me. They're watching a movie right now. I'm actually taking away from their time, so they're definitely.
Hal,
Oh.
you're the master of me.
Oh,
Hey,
great!
what's
That
up?
just played for stream.
Oh. Well, They know your dirty little secret, Diesel. Sorry.
I think it'll help the point I'm making.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on then.
Okay, I'm gonna level the playing field. Okay, so there is a guy who's a TikToker and he reads funny tweets. They're not funny. Anyway, he sometimes runs a podcast and he says, "Hello, woman who makes OnlyFans. Would you like to be on my podcast where we taste pickles?" Right? And then as he's negotiating them coming on his podcast, he says, "Hey, can we film an OnlyFans video and post it on the internet?" Right?
Okay.
Now, if you want someone to sleep with you, they should put in like some extra work, right? Like it should be a little, like they should do a little extra work, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, the point of this is, right? As a woman, I have learned the ways of how to talk to women through you women, correct?
Are you asking for the woman pass right now?
I am, but perhaps I am asking for the woman pass right now.
You know what? Sure. For the sake of this stream, you have the woman pass. You can't come back to girls' night, though.
Okay, I understand. That is a reasonable agreement. Thank you for giving me the woman pass.
You're so welcome.
Okay, you are free to go. Thank you for being such a peach.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh my god. Well, there you had it. Chat, I actually talk to women. Doing great, Diesel. Diesel, do you want to discuss the first part of that? Well, I lost a game of chess. And that was part of me losing, was me saying that and her getting a recording of it. It was a very tense game of chess. I've beaten her a few times. Hal's got like fucking 800 score in chess. Okay. That's a lie. What is that not where that audio clip came from? Also, you know how chat just adores you. Hal's now back watching. The struggle Diesel just went through to try and explain what he was asking is what I go through on a daily basis trying to explain myself. Well, like, I needed to explain the setup, or she would be like, "Why are you asking for the woman pass?" Oh my god. You know, if you wouldn't have texted me so rudely, calling me a flake, one day of not texting you might have stood a chance. I can see why you're single now. Goodbye. That's brutal. That's brutal. Now, I will say, I understand. Okay, I'm a perpetrator of this, and people get on my shit for it. I know texting is not the immediate response thing, right? Where like it's so necessary. Like if it was necessary enough, you would have called, right? But also in the same breath, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Jesus Christ, holy fuck! I'm cooked, chat. Actually, holy shit. Yeah, whatever. Go fuck yourself, says the girl who's trying to make an OnlyFans. Good luck. This guy, we all know what kind of guy this is. Okay, we all know what kind of guy this is. When a guy is like, "Hey, girl, please have sex with me. I think you're so attractive. I think you're so attractive." And in a second, the girl is like, "No." He's like, "Well, I didn't like you anyway. You're cringe and stupid and have bad tits and fuck you and you're a whore." Right? Every time, dude, it's almost like verbatim. Like, dude, he's washed. Dude, he's like bronze right now. It's yeah, it's pathetic. First, you want to make content with me, and now you're throwing it in my face, Lamau. Save your words. You're just a flake. If you were actually up front, I'd be down. but you probably have a lot going on, which is understandable. But either way, I honestly don't care. Okay, I remembered now because it was about the text thing. I understand that texting is not an immediate response thing, and I am the perpetrator of this. I'm just as bad, which is why nobody should ever, ever, ever let me off the hook. Okay? I will say sometimes people send me completely ridiculous things for no reason whatsoever and then expect a response, which is a little ridiculous. But people are like, I was busy. I couldn't text you back. No, you weren't. Because when I don't text people back, I know I'm not busy. I know I just said I was busy. So I'm a huge hypocrite. I'm a huge hypocrite. Guys, I've texted Diesel back and he immediately responds. The one thing that's a problem, and it's certainly become a problem since I've become a streamer, is that everybody messages me all the time to send things. And I'm like, and then I get a paralysis because of all the messages, and then I don't answer them. But that's not an excuse to not answer them. And then people who are like, I was busy, I couldn't answer your text, are lying to you, because I know that you go to work and then you come home and then you sit on your ass and watch Netflix. And you're telling me that you couldn't say, yeah, I'm good for Thursday, or no, I can't make it, I have an obligation. All right? Or sorry, I know you had time. Like, I know you had time, all right? We're always lying to each other every time we say that we're really busy. I also know that I just said how busy I was earlier in this stream, so I realize that I am a hypocrite, okay? But I definitely could have had time to text people today, and I did. I actually texted a lot of people today. I made time to text people today, but, you know, sometimes I don't. And I'll tell you, most of the time, it is because I am lazy. There is... Actually, I'm doing pretty good right now. I actually don't open the messages if I don't respond to them. And I only have 3 people sitting on my inbox right now. And I also will say Cloudy sent me something, but it was a random meme. And then the art, which from Blue Yokai, which I had seen. So because I do believe that they posted it in the Diesel Zone as well. But I do remember seeing it while I was live, so. What about instead of texting, going to the post office? I do that weekly, but my P.O. box is a different office than the one where I mail my stuff. Anyway, back to the Bentellect messages, right? First, you want to make content with me, and now you're throwing it back in my face, Lamau. Save your words, you're just a flake. If you were up front, I'd be down. Okay, girl. I mean, guy, fella, dude. If it's a business like suggestion I make over messages, I don't expect an immediate answer, because sometimes there's extenuating circumstances that require moving around from other business people. So I don't expect it to answer the day of if it's something business related, right? But you probably have a lot going on, which is understandable. But either way, I honestly don't care. Dude, he's actually really fucking pressed that he's not getting some fucking action and then posting it for other people to see, which is whatever. Do you want to come over here and spend some time with me? Because on a side note, I do think I could probably make us some money on OnlyFans. Okay, you know what is the biggest red flag about stuff like this? Guys that are like, I know how to make you money on OnlyFans. And I'm not saying Bentellect does this, but I have talked with some OnlyFans creators who are homies and that I have not tried to hit on, okay? Just to be clear before anybody says anything, right? But I was talking to them, and there is a type of guy who goes and says that he knows how to market and make OnlyFans work, and that if we did OnlyFans, we could make a lot of money. And that character of guy exists, and that guy is basically trying to just be a 21st century pimp. and they're managers who fleece some money off the top. You do not need a manager to be an OF creator, okay? You do not need like a fucking management agency to be an OF creator. Everybody I've spoken to that get the pussy, dick, or balls out on camera, I'm telling you, the people that are looking to manage you are looking to fleece you. That is what I have heard about the industry. Okay? Kids call this Elriz.
I believe the kids call this Elriz.
Yeah. There's a few. You've definitely seen guys like this in some commentary videos. 100%. 100%. Yeah, do it independently if you're going to do it. That is what those other like OF creators have told me, which by the way, all really nice and actually normal people. I think for some reason, and I think this is a men thing where they perceive the people who make porn to be like this. People who make porn aren't really like fiending for sex all the time. Sometimes they just realize that they got like a crazy ass and go, if I post this, I will make money. And then they do. So. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with content creation, right? Like finding a manager for like a regular creator. Most of the time I've had people as managers in the past, and all they did was just take a cut of the money that I could have negotiated myself. Now, obviously, a good manager is skilled in negotiation, but a lot of these people who come into the industry are just like random glup shittos that don't really know what they're doing. I mean, for as many years as YouTube has been around, the industry is really starting to be more codified now. So it's not like it just the infrastructure is still being built, is what I'm saying, right? It's not as put together as people think. A lot of it is very ramshackle, right? OF creators would be like, if I throw it back, they will come. Oh. God. Let's see. Bentellect fucks crazy. Bentellect fucks crazy something into oblivion. If you come over, I'll give you $1,000. I just really want you. Woo! That's rough. That's rough. I'm good right now. Don't try to bribe me with money. That's weird. Oh my God, that's rough. I feel like okay, he should know better. He should know better. I was gonna say I feel like a guy kind of just has to get kicked in the nuts to really realize that like sometimes you just gotta call it quits. I mean, even I've been there, right? Where like you're striking out, but you throw one last Hail Mary to be like, I could save this. I'm him. And then you're left on red, or worse yet, they respond with the most painful shit ever. And you're like, I've been owned in the marketplace of ideas. Oh. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from it. But, you know, you must touch fire to learn that you will get burned. No, that is weird, but I want to see you. That's the roughest part, dude. That's clinical loneliness right there. Oh my God. I'm not good at TikTok, so a TikToker is an actual angel and have a video up tonight, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I didn't attach the thread tweet to the thread. Okay, another woman. The best picks are the men who are willing to take rejection. I mean, like, I think for everybody, people learn to take rejection over time. Like, it's one of those things where I think you kind of need to do it a bunch to figure out how things work, right? Because okay, I'll give you an example of a woman actually getting really mad at me. I'll give two stories. I'll give one that's embarrassing about me, and then one that's embarrassing about another person. So the one that's embarrassing about the other person. So I was set up on a date by a friend of mine a long time ago, and she had pretended to be me on Tinder and then hooked me up with this date. And so I go on this date, and it's okay. Like, it's a fine date. The girl is really attractive. She's fabulously wealthy. I mean, fabulously wealthy. And she is basically trying to sell me on how her family like owns a horse ranch and stuff, and how absolutely breaded they are. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this all sounds nice, but this is like really strange how you're trying to like sell me like with all your money. And how you keep saying that it's like it would be great because if you date me, you will have access to like some serious 1%er type stuff, guys. Okay, like the property she showed me, I was like, damn. So the date went fine and we agreed to see each other again. But I was thinking about it and I'm like, I don't think I really like this. It kind of makes me feel weird. And so I shot her down on a second date, and it was outside. Like I just like was like, hey, come like I need you to come over, right? And and I tell her, hey, you seem really nice, but I'm just not interested. And she started yelling at me on the street. And I mean, she was pissed that I didn't want her. She was pissed. And I think the only reason she didn't hit me is because she was like 4'11". And she was also Hispanic. She was Latina. But she was angry. And I was admitting I didn't want to be a sugar baby. But yeah, I just didn't want somebody holding up their money against me, right? And she was really mad. And I think the only reason she didn't fucking hit me is because she was so small. And so, we went our separate ways. And then that was that, right? And I was like, damn, I did, I feel like that was a really bad response after a single date. I feel like that is not how you respond after one date. All right. It's kayfabe. All right. And then here's an example of me, right? So I had met another creator, and we had started talking, and it was going fine. It was okay. The conversation wasn't great, but I was pretty down bad, and I was pretty down bad, and I was chatting with them, and then we just like stopped talking, and then I was like, I might have fumbled this, but I think I can pull it back because I'm him. I had that moment. And I come up with some like dumb shit excuse to respond in DMs after not responding. And she doesn't answer. Which is actually okay, and I think just completely appropriate and fine, and it's like whatever. Fucking hands washed of it. It was like a cringe Diesel fumbled the bag moment. Right? It was nothing outrageous. The conversation was like completely normal before that. This isn't like some secret gooning conversation that I had. But I just straight up like fumbled the bag. And I had responded with this dumb shit excuse and didn't get a response. And then I like sat there looking at the message and went, why the fuck did I do that? And then I just went to go jerk off. And then that's when I really realized that was a really stupid decision. But fellas, every time you think you're him, let it be known you're not him. You are not him. Okay, you were just a man. You're not him. You ended on a high note. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the most you could say is that it was a really cringe bag fumble, but you know, it's for the best. It's for the best. Boss, I'm curious. Do you introduce yourself to potential ladies as your birth name or Diesel? I literally always use my birth name, but if you work in the creator industry, I introduce myself as Diesel. So. Why am I getting messages? Okay. It is nothing. Nothing outrageous. Diesel uses his birth name unleaded, true. This was just posted. My server access, what is this? Yeah, you achieved post-nut enlightenment. They're a really nice person. I'm sure we could have been good friends. It was very dumb of me to be how I was, so I'm willing to admit that. I've never I don't know how dudes send dick pics though. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck came over you that you sent a picture of your penis? It says, honestly, Diesel thinks this is his channel, but really, we are here for Hal and all his other lady friends. Okay, so here's another Bentellect message, as I also explain Diesel being a horribly uncharismatic idiot. Oh my god, I've dealt with Bentellect too. Actually, he bothered a lot of women, followed by a list of women. I don't have a screenshot from our 3-day hangout, but he told me he loved me and asked me to move in right away. Ooh, big red flags. I started pushing back that it was too much, and he flipped out on me. It was days after I was cheated on, and he was like, I don't want to talk about your feelings. I want to talk about us. Woo! He also drank 2 1.75 liquor bottles of mine, in a day. He is an alcoholic and needs to seek help immediately. Also, I have a lawyer if I were you, because he's the type to sue, even if he doesn't have grounds to. On the 3rd day, he was Rizless. Well, I achieved enlightenment. Okay, I'm a changed man. I achieved the post-nut enlightenment. I'm like the Buddha of masturbation. Lisam al-Gaun. Al-Gaun. So this is the one he's claiming is fake. I mean, this one could be fake. I'm willing to admit that one could be fake, right? I don't know personally. I'm just reading the message. But that doesn't undo the other ones, right? Oof, another one? Well, I guess it's not meant to be then. Facts. No hard feelings, but yeah, it ain't working. All right, fellas. And I think this specifically goes for creator people. You don't need to date another creator. I think we tend to attract other creators when you're a creator, which is why you see a lot of creators date. But if you want it, you probably shouldn't have that. Also, having a creator-creator relationship is actually a lot of stress. So maybe it's not for you, and that's fine. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Gooner. Peace. And for your future self, if you're going to turn around on a guy and say, hey, I'm not down for the friends with benefits shit, just say that before you go through all the bullshit. Boring as fuck. Not my problem that you turned around and quit drinking because you're an alcoholic and now pass out at 8 p.m. Fucking peace out, bitch. Clearly there are some hard feelings on your part. Dude. Dude. Ugh. Dating creators is cringe. I like my crazy people in private. Yeah, man. This is like ugh. Ugh. Lol, it's whatever, and I'm far from an alcoholic. I don't like giving time and attention to someone who's full of shit. All right, dude, it's friends with benefits. All right? Not to be that guy, but it's just supposed to be homies. All right? Like, if they don't want to fuck you, you're just like, we just friends, okay? Like you're treating sex like an activity you guys participate in, all right? But like you want the sex and the attention. Like you ain't Genghis Khan, you Bentellect, the guy who reads funny tweets on the internet. The idea of a public breakup is scary. You're telling me. I have yet to see a public breakup that wasn't the most messy thing imaginable. It's also why I can't really get like angry when I see creators like do that, because it's just like it's ultimately just people, you know. A lot of it's just relationships are complicated, right? Now the I'm Alex thing is totally different, but I see them all the time still, especially on Twitter. I don't cover a lot of that anymore, but like it's very clearly a fucking like it's just like hurt people trying to hurt people. And by the way, you can just do a lot of damage if you just say they were this and then not back it up. Like, it doesn't matter. You've already done the damage. Funny Tweets is doing a lot of heavy lifting, Diesel. Well, clearly it is. Jesus Christ. I don't know this many. I literally don't know this many sex workers. This is quite literally more sex workers than I know. Well, I don't know. Do you count porn artists in that equation? Do we count porn artists as sex workers? Yeah. I mean, we just talk about like video games and stuff. Let's see. I've been trying to hang out and it's been blah, blah, blah excuses every single time. So just don't waste people's time in the future if you won't get hard feelings. Listen, man, you kind of gotta build a relationship with someone before you're gonna be like, let's be friends with benefits. Far from alcoholic, but you're fucking pass out at 4 a.m, sleep for 3 hours, then pass out at 10 o'clock and sleep till 3 a.m, then continue to sleep till noon. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. I just had to say that because you're full of shit. Clearly, it wasn't interested in you to begin with, and you weren't able to take a hint a month ago. If I actually wanted to hang out with you, I would have made an effort. Then shut the fuck up and quit wasting people's time, you stupid bitch. If I recall, I told you I didn't want to. I didn't want to shit to do with you when you were like, oh, well, I would actually date you, but you were boring as fuck.
I'm sorry, Diesel. It's not you. It's me. I'm just too skibidi riz, and we aren't Ohio. Things between us aren't good for our metrics, we just goon.
I think the ACC is starting to have a negative impact on the op block. on the op block, yeah, like which by the way, we hit our goal. Very base, chat, very base, very pog. This fruit's dark woke though, so it'll post Pete Hegseth being drunk, I think, right? Fruit with Riz. There we go. I know. I'm really worried that the Hey Bear sensory people are gonna come after me. Let's see. Then shut the fuck up and quit wasting people's time. Just shut the fuck up and go to bed, bitch. Damn, bitch, just late. Sounds like you need some anger management help. Be careful who you say that to, Maria, because there are people who really need help with that. Super fucking disrespectful to say that to somebody. And also very basic ass bitch thing to say. There's a reason that you're single for this many years. And it's because no one wants you and no one gives a fuck about you because you aren't shit. You're not fun. You're boring as fuck. So shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here. Basic, boring ass loser. Wow. Hey, not to be that guy, and I do know that I need to make up with this person, but chat, do you remember when I talked about my friend who crashed out on me because I said he was acting like an Andrew Tate incel, and he was? Does this not sound like him? Oh my god. Also, super disrespectful to tell someone that they're an alcoholic, especially when that person has a degree in addiction counseling. Not to be that guy, but as a master of a guy who can say degrees don't matter. I mean, that one probably matters a lot more than mine, but, you know, I gotta justify mine somehow, you know? Shut up, and you use that agree pretty well, don't you? I didn't want to... Listen. I can be based. This wouldn't be the first time that I've seen that through line on the careers path. You know, the psychology major to OnlyFans pipeline, I think, might be an existing feature. You know, once it just happens. Twice, that's pretty interesting. 3 times, I think that's a little more than coincidence. I'm a professional in addictions. I get them all. And I got out of a year-long relationship in July, so... No, you don't fucking even have a job. You're a fucking loser. Oh, okay, listen, Bentellect, you read tweets and pretend to laugh to them. There is quite literally, like, I am actually surprised, like, if we lived in the caveman era... Okay, and we were hunter-gatherers, and your job in the tribe was make funny fart noises, but you contributed nothing to the hunt and didn't till the fields or whatever, you would not get your daily allotment of grain, okay? Because funny fart noises only go so far, okay? Because the tiger is coming for you and me, and I have the athletic ability to run from the tiger. Yeah, and that worked out well then. No, cause no one wants to be with you because you're boring and fake and stupid as fuck. Also, this guy could really use some better insults, okay? Like his career is quite literally built on the backs of generational posters, okay? All he is reposting others' content and laughing, which is fine. And I think he, you know, how much value can you put on a tweet? Apparently 11 million followers on TikTok, but Jesus. You're like, oh, well, wait, no, I didn't care. And that's why I put in no effort, but still texting me back. So you're just a fake ass bitch. Wow, you really need to learn how to take a rejection. And you're the only one texting 5 texts for every one I send. Girls like you who say, oh, well, because you weren't able to take a hint, but still text and say shit are fake as fuck. And I'm glad that you and I are no longer fucking talking. So please delete my number. Carry on with your fake ass boring fucking life. And God help any guy that gets involved with that loose pussy because you're just fucking lame. Mic drop ho. All right, not the... buddy. My Ritz, my saltine. I don't know about that. I don't know if you could be talking like that. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. This is the kind of guy who, if I said he doesn't really matter in like the grand scheme of things, he would crash out on me. There are times where I've like spoken to a creator and I'm like, we're not important, and they don't like that. But it's just like this whole like, oh, you know what it is? You meet this type a lot, right? But it's like the guy who's famous, and so he feels that he should be getting things, you know. And there's a lot of motherfuckers like that, and it's just like, dude, you literally are just a guy. Like, you are not God's gift to Earth. You're not fucking Al Pacino. You're not fucking Mark Wahlberg. Like, nobody needs to give a shit. All right? Like, you're a guy. Just a normal person made of flesh and blood. You are not in crowd. You're just a person. You're important to me, Diesel. Thank you. Thank you, Artemis. I'm sure your TikTok fans will love the way you talk to women when I post these screenshots. Good luck. I stand by every single word that I just said to you. I don't know if you, well, personally, because TikTok fans don't really care. You could say whatever the fuck you want, but also I think a lot of people wouldn't resonate with somebody who says these things. I think a lot of people that are like normal don't like it when people speak like this. He thinks he's the drink, but isn't good enough to be the cup. That's so true. Shout out Vegeta. Anyway, peace out. Don't contact me again. Bye. Lamau, you're lame as fuck. All right, girl. Listen, she's clinically owning him right now. She's like owning him completely, okay? So she could egg him on as much as she wants, but also like, for my own personal peace of mind, if somebody was acting like this to me, I would not talk to them again. I wouldn't say a single fucking word. I'd let them crash out and then just like do whatever they need. Because I don't need to waste my time spending like time reading this shit and responding to it, right? He thinks he's the shit, but he's not even the part. But yeah, she's kind of doing this for the love of the game. Obviously, if she was actually uncomfortable, I'd say like stop responding, but you know, she's just drinking the haterade, so I can't really, you know, I don't mind. Glad you think so. I'm not the only one. Why are you typing? Just get over it. You can believe whatever you want. I'm not as lame as I appear to you when I'm actually interested in someone. All right. Yeah, this is going into girlies group chat 110%. Lol, I've seen what you like when you're interested in someone. You don't talk, you aren't fun, you're boring. It's whatever. I mean, just have nothing to offer, so I'm out. Goodbye. Hard to talk when you never stop talking. Oh, I gave you time to stop talking. I literally tell people about my most boring date, and it was you. Do you don't have anything to say? You're just boring, and you said it yourself. So just give up and understand that you can't hang. That's all. That's all there is. Okay, cool. Bye. Bye. Don't contact me again. Like, real talk. You might have forgot, but you were the one who messaged me because you were uptown or some bullshit. Check yourself, Maria. You really need to do that more often. Dude. Dude, those emojis are giving, like, crying Wojak behind a smug face. Why did I say that? That just felt wrong to say. Like, it's just pull up the image, Diesel. Just pull up the fucking image.
I haven't seen this low self-esteem in a long time.
It's this image. It's just this image. Don't pull up an image. Commit to the bit you started. Well, what if you're deaf? What if you're a deaf viewer, okay? The deaf viewers need to be involved in this, okay? I'm actually being inclusive. The deaf don't care what you have to say. Yeah, but they care what I post, you know? Dude, how is there another Oh my god. Ah, yes, Diesel's deaf audience on the stream reading. Yes. Shut up. Don't type. Don't message me again. You were in Uptown and you hit me up. I had no intention of talking to you ever again because I had zero interest in you whatsoever. Yeah, you were typing like a man with who wasn't interested. Sure, buddy. Sure. Listen, man. I know a desperate man when I see one. It's happened. Okay, I understand you're probably upset about that. But you did, and then tried to hang out multiple times after, so... But get it through to your head that there's nothing here, and you're the one with feelings. And your fake ass kept texting back, so you wasted my time, and stopped doing that. You're fake, boring, and lame. Let's see. By the way, I want to let you know that part of the reason I left last night was because you seem like you have a lot of guy friends. And I'm not interested in a girl who does. Oh my god, give me a break. Give me a break, dude. Go buy a fleshlight, dude. Holy shit. God damn, are you kidding me? Guys, did you know that it's actually normal and healthy to have like a varied amount of friendships with both men and women? It's actually kind of fucking normal. And if you only associate with one of the genders, that's not that normal. Oh my god. Just thought I'd let you know so you can be aware if that ever happens again. And I do want to apologize for last night. That was rude of me to leave. And you seem cool, like a cool girl, and I got along with you. But something just made me feel like I shouldn't stay. I don't know what to say. I'd rather not really talk about your reasoning, as to you leaving like that was already a huge blow to my confidence. Have a nice day, though. Girl, just tell him, man, you cringe, and then let him go, all right? But have a nice day, though. No problem, no harm, no foul. Take care out there to you, too. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're sorry cop posting now. No problem, no harm, no foul. Take care out there, too. Hey, I just wanted to say, I can pull this back, fellas. I can pull this back. Hey, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for the way things turned out. And if you're up for it, I'd be down to give it a second chance. Oh, my God. This guy struck out, said use a hoe, and then came crawling back because he's lonely. You ever notice that the guys who are like, I'm lonely, and then their greatest like reason for why they're lonely is just completely their fault? No, baby, please don't go. I know you're a whore, but like, please come back. Anonymous woman from MN. Okay. Lol at your parents, don't play. Well, now I just got back. Add me on Snap if you don't believe that I was out. The fuck? Lol, I don't care if you was out. You at home now. You ain't a down B, so no. Okay, all right. Listen, I'm just gonna say it, but why is he speaking like he fucking... Why are you speaking like he's black? All right, am I wrong for saying that he keeps talking like he's fucking black? Like this motherfucker's talking like he fucking been that shit, but he ain't been that shit. Okay, either that or his grammar is like I don't like what the fuck else could this be? All right, this guy's listening to Kendrick thinking he's him. I will say you're wrong because it's funny. Okay, so I'm right. like dude, it's Lendra Kamar, dude. Have you been a part of this conversation at all, All I'm saying is, if you're not down to swing by and hang whenever, then yeah, I haven't been a part of the conversation at all. Post unavailable. Shit, you at your parents right now? I don't live that life. Sorry, but you're not in my league. This guy's an F slur. This guy's an F slur. I'm sorry. This guy is an F slur. This guy. I've been around a lot of people in my day, okay? And this guy is one of the biggest F slurs. Dude, chat is constantly egging me on. Listen, you say, "Oh, Diesel, say the F slur. Say it. You have permission." And then everybody says I have permission until I don't. So, Lamau, bro. Okay, listen, Bentellect. If it was not for you reading funny tweets on TikTok, you would probably be living at home. I've been around a lot of people in my day. And I've got to say, people, he is one of the biggest. He's one of the biggest I've seen. One of the biggest I've seen. I can be the new N-word F-slur guy since iDub fumbled the bag. Dude, we could have had dark woke iDubs, but we just had Aero Pastel Ed Hardy t-shirt iDubs. Your Trump impressions are getting better, man. I need to stop doing the Trump impression because I feel like I kind of just do that one every time I do another impression. You on crack or meth? Like, you know I live at home, and I told you I start a new job at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm in my bed in my pajamas in Maple Grove. Want me to... Dude, this is me reading the text messages in GTA. I'm in my bed in my pajamas in Maple Grove. Want me to swing by? You ain't out of no one leagues, boy. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hi, is this Brittany? Yes. Do you have a Twitter by chance? I don't do social media. Is your brother Ben? Yep. My name is Jordan Max. He's been pretty awful to several women recently. Excuse me? Excuse me? This is... Alright. There's no way that this fucking... Alright. Hold on. So, Jordan... Why is she going to his sister, bro? That's not terminally online. How'd she even get this number? She just got Bentellect's sister's number through the power of, like, fucking... It's not like she pulled up Yellow Pages, bro. Like... Like, I can't... Imagine a random stranger messages you and is like, hey, your family member is being a piece of shit on the internet. The first thing you're going to do is like, go, I don't believe you and fuck off. Stop texting me. Like, like, this is beyond the realm of like reasonable behavior, right? Like, obviously Ben is not like, I'm not a big fan of Ben, but this is not okay. Like, there's no world where this is okay. I tried to take a nap and couldn't sleep, so I Googled his sister he spoke of in his statement and texted them. This is how I went with one of them. I'm disappointed to say the least. Like, and he's using you and your sister and your mom as a crutch. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if he's using the family as a crutch. It's on the family to litigate that. You shouldn't have to bring it to them. Like, that's not, this is completely inappropriate behavior. Like, I was with this lady right up until this moment. because this is like shit. Like I can't even. I can't endorse something as ridiculously inappropriate as this. Okay, this is fucking inappropriate. Look, Ben and I have a really close relationship. He has depression and suffers from being really lonely. No one understands what it's like to be rich and famous. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, really. That's whoa. I don't like any of these people. Care to take that previous statement? No, I can dislike everyone involved, actually. I can be the radical centrist. That's this is not generational wealth. You will not have a street named after you. There will be no bridges in your name, okay? You don't have to get deeply involved in the family stuff and get that deep with it. If you are hurt, I'm very sorry. There's a lot of therapy and outlets that can help. Don't feed hate, rumors, and other stuff. Let it die. Here's a Twitter thread that I've compiled of screenshots and messages he sent to women. There's some pretty terrible stuff in there. Jesus Christ. All right. Just why bother? Why bother? She doesn't want it. I'm reaching out to you because he is clearly troubled and could most likely use some help. All right, Jordan. Okay, here's why I don't take the statement back, because this is a concern troll. This is a fucking concern troll, and this is moral flagging. Okay, this is moral flagging right here. Okay, because you don't fucking give a shit. You don't give a shit that he's troubled. Like, you messaged his sister because you wanted to ruin his relationship with his family. That is why you messaged his sister. Okay? Like, that's the only reason that could be there. Hi, I'm reaching out to you because your brother's being a piece of shit online. Are you going to disavow him? No, I'm actually not going to disavow him. In fact, he's actually mentally ill. I wish you the best and hope that you can get on with life. It's not worth trying to destroy someone else's when it'll blow over. Not really sure what else to tell you, girl. Try and find some happiness in something. These people are all just the worst. I don't really know what the answer is to this message. I'll say that, right? But I don't like this answer, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Jesus really helped me with that. Listen, man, I don't think Jesus would be appreciating this kind of behavior. He literally forced himself on a girl. You might want to intervene. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. I signed up for this drama today because there was no rape or pedophiles, but we're inching really close to Diesel's Law right now. I don't know where this rape stuff came from, but now there's a rape thing in here. There are two sides to every story. You do not know that. And see if he needs anything more. Take care. Is there a gas leak in their neck of the woods? Are these new allegations? This is a year old, but I didn't even know there was rape in this story, okay? Somebody call up Nicholas Diorio because we got a rape review that went undocumented. The slop is running thicker than... I don't know why, if these things are untrue, so many women are coming out with the same story of manipulation and coercion by him as an attempt to get them into bed. I have a brother too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. They probably had sex, and he wouldn't call them back. Classic Me Too stuff. Oh my. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is in the water over here, but this is actually getting crazier by the message. Oh boy, it's really sad because it discounts women that are actually being raped. Now knock it off and leave me alone and my brother. Whoa. And if he was treating this women this way, I would know that I would want to know. Your brother tried to use his rich and famousness to get me into bed with him under the guise of being on his podcast. All right. I will say this. There are a lot of rich and famous men who can't get laid who use their position as being rich and famous to try and get laid. I don't know, like, brother, like, I'm sorry, like, okay, I literally told a story about somebody using their richness as an example to try and pick me up and turn me into a sugar baby, okay? So, like, brother, you know, if, like, a guy is doing that, be like Adele and be like, I don't want to fucking deal with you, and then just leave, right? But, like, then he invited me to make an OnlyFans video with him. When I declined, he retaliated by uninviting me from the podcast. I gotta be honest, I don't think you missed out on much by getting uninvited from the Bentellect podcast, okay? I don't think it's barely a retaliation. It's just kind of like, you know, your career is gonna be fine without it, is what I'm saying, okay? It's like what? Like, I'm sorry. You said he did a rape. You said he did a rape, but now we're talking about the podcast? Like, this can't be the only guy. Dude, I'm telling you, those guys that do those podcasts where all the women come on and they sit there and fucking the men talk about how women are fucking idiots and stuff. Those girlies, like, I'm telling you, like, those guys are bringing those girlies on because some of those guys are like, I want to fucking pipe 110%. Like, there's a sleazeball type of guy that exists that uses that, right? I mean, we've all heard the stories about YouTubers trying to use their clout to get pussy, right? Like, that happens all the fucking time. Like, Jesus Christ. And he admitted to only inviting me to do the podcast to attempt to have sex with me. I'm sorry, but now that rape has entered the discourse, this is infinitely inappropriately stupid, and you should stop bringing it up because now there is rape. Excuse me if I can't get past it. I'm just saying. I have screenshots of the text conversation. You're lucky if he talks to you. Calm down. Okay. All right. All right. Klein. Okay? Listen, man, I know that we got like a shortage of blue collar workers right now or something, and I understand the janitorial professions are kind of hard to get into for some people, but this kind of sweeping should go platinum, okay? Obviously, you're obsessed. This is annoying. I don't think you're understanding what I'm trying to do here. Your brother is a danger to women. He's not a good person to them. Maybe you could help him find Jesus. You free? At a party right now. Nice. Want to swing over and drink with me after? No answer that evening. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait a second. It's 10:28 p.m. September 6th. He waited like an hour and some change to be like, honestly, real talk, you're the most passive aggressive person I know. There was a reason I saw your tits and your nips too big. I'm never gonna hit you up again. Peace. Okay. All right, buddy. Oh, first of all, I'm sorry, but the guy who's constantly hitting up OF chicks saying that one of them's got too big of tits. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. I know your game. And it didn't matter right up until the point where she said no. So. What? Lol? You're a flake ass. That's what. You've been saying I'm down for like 3 weeks, but you still ain't down to fucking hang. So you're a flake ass bitch. Just accept that. Not accept that and move on. And move on, and whoever you're fucking with is easy. Peace, girl. That's fine and all. I don't understand why you're being rude, lol, because I've been busy. Busy is the easiest excuse if you're trying to hang out. You'll make time for someone. So get the fuck out of here with that busy excuse. I'm busy, but I make time. So instead, just say, I'm not interested or don't want to hang out. Because if you were actually interested, you would take time to hang out. Does this guy understand that, like, you need to build relationships with people before you could just be like, hey, let's go fucking have sex and drink and stuff? Point blank and shit, you're probably just too young. You ain't grown enough to be making a decision for yourself. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. All right, we're getting... Diesel's Law is approaching mighty fast right now. Too young. Lol. How old do you think I am? How old are you, child? Probably not good that we were talking about her tits earlier if you were calling her a child now. I'm just saying. I am not a child, and it's wild to get mad at someone because they didn't jump to make time to chill, but I'm a child? Okay. So it's been 2 weeks of you saying down to chill. So what do you have to say? So stupid. No one has time to fuck with the flake ass. You just showed up. You just not putting your words up. Nothing to say. Thought so, flake ass. Can't teach a fake ass mindset otherwise. You phony. I'm sorry. You're the most suburban ass motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. All right? There ain't nothing hard about you, motherfucker. All right? Bentellect talking like you fucking from the hood. Brother ain't lived that shit at all, dude. Okay? Do you know he gets in a nice wasp home, okay? Like, fuck off, bruh. Holy shit. You a phony girl and have fun with some subpar cock like you used to. Yeah, bro, I'm sure you're not like a fucking 10 pump chump. Okay. Bro, missionary Andy over here talking like he got the fucking Anaconda John in his fucking pants. No, this is another chick. I'm not understanding what you're gaining from this right now. What I'm saying is you are real. Yeah, I'm not real, lol. That's what it is. You say down to hang, but you aren't. I prefer you say otherwise. Okay, then get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you fake ass bitch. Me, hey, wanna chill? Yeah, I'm down. But you aren't, so quit being fake, dumbass shit. No wonder you're single. Now go ride some short ass 5-inch cock, you fucking pussy bitch. Listen, brother. Statistically speaking, you average, all right? And I ain't ever have a woman ever tell me that it's too big or too small, so I don't think no size matters, brother. All right? And if you looking for size queens, I'm sorry, but Bentellect ain't giving big dick energy because motherfuckers with big cocks don't be talking about how big their cock is. Like, oh my god. She made a TikTok.
Hey
I'm Jordan Max, and I am the spicy content creator who called Bentellect out on his bullshit.
Your cats are really mad right now, and you should they want some attention. Go give them attention.
I just wanted to clear a few things up. I have more screenshots that I did not post on Twitter. So I'm going to post those and kind of talk you through the whole conversation we had. And if you hear any meowing in the background, I'm so sorry. My foster kittens are going crazy. Okay, so just for the record, Ben and I have talked before.
Let's see. Random, but do you want to do a podcast episode? Sure. What topic? I'm just kind of been talking about random stuff, trending pop culture shit, dating, etc. Okay, I need to see this guy's fucking podcast, because this shit's gotta be just the most Kino content that we're missing out on. Sex pest, meow.
That's why he has my phone number. Almost exactly a year ago, my friend introduced me to who he was. He was like, hey, there's this content creator.
You know, never mind. I'll refrain. I'll refrain from what I was gonna say.
He lives in your city. You guys should, be friends. You should reach out to him. So I did, and we talked a little bit. Nothing serious. But we were just looking for two different things, and so it didn't work out. So we didn't talk for a year, and then I got this text message from him about a month ago saying, random, but do you want to do a podcast episode? I replied. He said,
Dude, you know the content overlap between guys who read funny Twitter posts and people who make fucking porn, There's a lot of overlap in that community.
He's just having people on talking about random stuff. I was on a work trip, so I couldn't do it until I got back. I asked if I could do it as my corn star persona.
All right. I understand that TikTok doesn't allow all the naughty words, but I think I understand why people dislike the whole influencer safety speak, because it actually devalues what you're saying quite a bit, I've noticed.
My real life persona, and he agreed.
If he wants to feel bigger, just do what I do. Dwarves.
There's someone for everyone out there, so I'm glad someone's given the little people a chance.
Okay, so here's a screenshot of me texting Ben. He said he wanted to do a phone call to brainstorm some ideas for the podcast. So we were chatting on the phone. He told me he had just gotten back from Pittsburgh to go to a festival called Picklesburg. And
I'm sorry, but every single thing that these people talk about when it's not his crash outs is just the most, like, I watched The Office attitude I've ever heard. Okay? Like, I'm sure, like, if I was in Pittsburgh and Picklesburg was going on, I would go to Picklesburg, okay? But anybody who talks about, I went to Picklesburg, or I went to the fucking swap meet or something, I just, like, dude, it's coworker behavior.
I came up with the idea that, building on.
God damn it, Malcolm and their viewers have just joined. Listen, man, I can't be. Why do I get raids on nights where it's like a rape adjacent discussion?
Off of that content that he had already created, to do like a pickle mukbang video where.
Whatever happened to people saying adult actress, film star? We already have pre-established safe terms that don't make me want to self-lobotomize. I feel like I don't know, something about the reduction of vocabulary. I don't know, man. Get hooked on phonics. I almost said get fucked with phonics, but You know, I get fucked with phonics too. Why not? I don't know. That would make a great porn.
We would like get a bunch of different brands of pickles and taste test them, you know, blind taste test, rate them from 1 to 10, best to worst, whatever. We were gonna make like pickle roll-ups, aka Minnesota sushi.
I'm sorry, but I don't care.
Over the phone. He texted.
I will also say, you know, I did do this with Toxic, but she and I didn't do it for content. We just did it for the love of the game. So
Me out of nowhere, he said, "I'm actually low-key excited to film this pickle video."
this guy, okay, so here's something I've noticed. You do content, but like you don't touch grass, and you run out of things to talk about, right? One of the best things about having, I know this sounds like the most like insane creator content brain shit ever. I know this sounds ridiculous, right? When I talk to creators and I tell them I'm a teacher, they go, "Oh, that's interesting," and then it becomes a whole conversation, and I'm able to say things, right? Because I have this different experience that not a lot of other creators have. Now, obviously, there are some creators who pocket watch and they go, "Oh, you have a normal job still? You're one of those poors, aren't you?" Some of them don't care, but it gives me this, you know, outside perspective that actually helps me be, you know, a little more understanding or give a little bit of a different perspective on things.
When I said, "LOL, it'll be fun,"
But a lot of creators, they just sit at home all the fucking time. And I can't tell you, like, I listen, man, I know yada yada Protestant work ethic, but like getting a day job, it helps me quite a bit.
And then I was at a restaurant in Minneapolis called Rectangle Pizza. It's very good. You should check it out if you get a chance.
Dude, I can't believe Rectangle Pizza's getting free sponsorships in this fucking sex pest allegations video, dude.
But they have pickle roll-ups on the menu, which are pickles, cream.
Is being a content creator the work equivalent of being homeschooled? Content creators have like a really stream of consciousness workflow, I've noticed. Some of them have really strict, stringent routines, and those are the guys who pretty much excel. But a lot of guys just kind of roll out of bed, start working, and then work until they go to sleep, then go to sleep. So they really struggle with being, you know, normal.
Cheese and ham.
Dude, I really like that we're getting all this like detail about the cream cheese ham pickle sandwich that this lady ate.
It's good, I promise.
I'm really fucking glad that we're learning about this in the rape discussion.
But yeah, so I sent him that little picture, like just whatever, being friendly. And here's the screenshot of him changing his mind yet again. "All right, I'm going to ask you the question. Do you want to make a video for OnlyFans?" I said, "When?" He said, "Today." I said, "No."
Okay, so he's like, wanna fuck right now.
You need a TTS test. For those who don't know, TTS.
A lot of creators fall into the trap of being emotionally 19 at 29. Yeah. I will say, I do feel like the pandemic definitely stunted me, and I feel like I'm trying to make up for lost time, because, I mean, I basically lost my entire early 20s to the pandemic. So, like, I feel like I didn't, like, I feel like I got a degree and then just started grinding on my work because I felt too old to have fun. I can't imagine how it feels for younger people, though.
S stands for.
So she didn't even really say no to doing the sex tape. She was just like, get a sex, like an STD test and have an account.
Talent testing service, talent testing system, one of the two. But it is.
Oh, yeah, no, fucking OnlyFans ID checks you. So that's what she's asking. But you probably should get a STD test if you're gonna make a sex tape with someone. Just saying. It's just polite, actually. It doesn't sound like it's a requirement here, but you know, it does sound polite.
A testing center that adult entertainers or anyone, you know, that we go to, and our test results are recorded and put in a database so people in the industry can access our results to make sure that we're cleared for shooting.
Yeah, all this stuff seems fucking like normal and appropriate. Okay.
Industry standard is to get tested every 14 days. And yeah.
And he was like, I don't want to get tested.
So I said you need a CTS test from within the last 14 days and an OnlyFans creator account. Neither of which he had.
All right, that's what I wasn't going to mention earlier, but you said it, Starshine. She needs to get her nose checked. That's either a sinus infection or deviated septum. Yeah, I was going to say, she sounds like she's really stuffy. She sounds very nasally. Like, is she sick? Or is she allergic to these cats?
Notice that I did not say no forever.
Exactly.
I just said, like, you need these things. I figure, you know.
Like, if you want to film a sex tape, you kind of got to put... You gotta put some bread down, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. You gotta put your balls on the plate and let the doctor see them, you know?
Not boundaries. Yes, boundaries, but also, you know, guidelines to be a safe and responsible performer. He wanted to make a video for my page, not knowing that in order to make a video for any OF page, you need to have your own creator account because there's paperwork and ID checks involved, verification. Then he says, I was just thinking you're helping me with doing a video for my YouTube so I could help you with your...
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it wild to say that it's not an equivalent exchange to film a sex tape and then to have a pickle video? You know, I feel like an hour-long pickle video isn't really going to garner the same amount of attention as, like, a sex tape.
OnlyFans. I said, I'm good, thanks. Thanks, though. Trying to keep it completely professional at this point.
I'm sorry. I feel like you've ran into this kind of guy a lot with this industry. So it's just like, I would instantly shoot that down. I don't know how you wouldn't say fuck off.
You know, whatever.
I know, he literally wanted to, it's literally a pay and exposure type behavior.
So here's where he says, no worries. You can't just like, I mean, I guess you can because that's how he's built his whole platform.
Okay, all right. Not to be that guy as well. I know I skipped a little bit. Hold on, let me go back.
Whatever. So here's where he says no worries. And then about 20-30 minutes later, he says, hey, gonna do the pickle video with someone else. Thanks though. Keep in mind, the pickle video is my idea. Like, I came up with that idea.
Okay, it's not a really good idea. I'm sorry.
You can't just like, I mean, I guess you can because that's how he's built his whole...
All right, and also I think it's really funny that she's taken him to task over him taking the idea of the pickle video and running with it and her not being a part of it. And now she has a problem with the fact that he takes other people's tweets and reads them. It's like, shouldn't you like have the standard that like it's not cool that he just takes other people's posts and reposts them in a TikTok and like that's your standard bar none, but like it's only your standard now because it happened to you? Like, I mean, I really wouldn't care personally. Like if somebody was like, I'm gonna fucking take a generational Diesel post and then repost it as my own, I'd be like, whatever.
Whole platform on stealing other people's content. But beside the point.
Yeah, she has foster kittens, for those of you that are just showing up.
I asked any particular reason why. He goes, to be honest, I thought it would just be fun to film and see where things go.
Oh, I thought it would just be fun if you were to fuck me.
Oh, but I got it. So, he basically admitted to only inviting me to do his podcast so he could try to sleep with me.
Well, when you tell the story like this, you're kind of editorializing, and the only reason that I really know that that's the plan here is because I've seen this type of guy before, and like it's not an uncommon occurrence, right? Like this is I've seen this story play out 1,000 times in 1,000 different dimensions. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what that meant. It's not my first rodeo. I wasn't born yesterday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. Everyone saw his Notes app non-apology. And, if he really wants to apologize, he's not blocked. He hasn't attempted to reach out to me. As far as I know, he hasn't tried to.
I will say you did post a series of completely incriminating messages about him, and you want him to reach out and apologize to him, or him to apologize to you. I kind of feel like that boat has sailed.
Reach out to any of the other women, not girls, women that he's affected with his actions.
What is the way to go about this? Right? Is he supposed to go on an apology tour and apologize to all of them? I don't think a Notes app apology is good enough, but like, I don't know, man. How do you walk this one down? Because you can't really personally go to every single woman that he called a whore and apologize to them.
So, that might be a good place to start. Also, therapy. Thanks.
Do an apology tour like the Deep. I've really just taken using the Disco Elysium sorry cop thing. So it's just like I don't know. It's like, yeah, you just do the I've made a severe lapse in my judgment, and then don't do anything stupid again. Because that's really all you can do. But like, I would go to every single person you've personally said something mean to and apologize to them. I wouldn't believe the person who's going on an apology tour. All right. That's why when iDubbbz is like, I'm sorry for all the people I've hurt with Content Cop, that he was being a sorry cop. All right. I know iDubbbz is literally the sorry cop, but like, there's nothing more sorry cop behavior than a guy who's apologizing for his past behaviors all the time and then still doing them. Like, I really could feel like Bentellect would be the type of guy to do it again, but he's got a girlfriend now. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like his comeuppance is just being exposed for being super weird and cringe. Yeah, I feel like it ends here. Like, it doesn't... Like, I think an apology tour would be funny, but it would just be worse, Like, make one apology and then don't be annoying again. Well, that didn't take long to get reported and deleted. I guess predators are allowed on TikTok, but the ones who call them out aren't. Okay. Again, I feel like so is it okay? I feel like this is a technicality, but I'd like to invoke Diesel's law here. Can I invoke Diesel's law? I think I'm going to invoke Diesel's law on technicality here, because this is an edge case. I think we got to take this to the Supreme Court. But it's just like, aside from him being a creep and a weirdo, is he a predator? Like, and also, I just find it very strange that this Jordan lady is like, it's happened to me before, but she's got an axe to grind about it. Like, is she really grinding an axe right now over the pickle video? Is this lady really hopping Jehovah mad because of the pickle video? Harassment and bullying. That's wild. And he blocked. It's no way. Oh my god. He started an OF. Performers beware. Dude, who knew Picklegate would go all the way here? You know, I can't imagine paying the same price that you could get like a like you could that's close to a Spotify subscription. Okay? We're inching very close to a Spotify subscription at $10 a month. Bentellect. All right? That's outrageous. That's outrageous. All right, $10 a month. I don't think Bentellect has got the $10 a month. I wouldn't. I mean, I like women, but you know, it's a steep price to pay. I mean, I think you would do well in the gay porn niche. Dude, I've seen OnlyFans that are like $60 a month. And I'm just like, $60 a month? Are you kidding me? Yeah, 10 a month hog. Yeah, I don't know. I think you know, in the gay niche he would do very well. That's serious advice. Oh, the kittens show up at the end of the video. Hold on.
And one more thing before I go. Since they were screaming throughout the whole video, I figured I might as well pay the kitten tax. They're a little grimy, but I gotta give them baths tomorrow, so meow meow.
So I guess she's just housing them for the time being. They definitely do need a bath. That is absolutely true. Okay. So that happened. Charlie's Penguin Zero, Charlie, posts a video in 2023. Okay? Saying huge loser. And then in 2025, Bentellect responds, getting 10,000 views March 15th. Okay? So needless to say, didn't really pan out for him. But that's on YouTube. I'm sure it did. I don't think it did gangbusters on his TikTok, but we'll see if we can find it up here. He posts a lot, so. And considering this was like a month ago. Well, it's nice to know that he was able to find a girl to do OF with. Listen, man, Bentellect, if this relationship falls apart, I'm gonna read that Google Doc. I'm gonna read that Google Doc. All right? I'm gonna read that Google Doc, mister. And I'll subscribe to your ex-girlfriend's OnlyFans. Because I'm that guy.
Today I want to talk about someone. His name is Charles White. He made a video slandering me.
Dude, he did the whole, he's bringing out the name, dude. He's bringing out the name.
Over a year ago, but the damage it caused still affects me, my career, and my mental health to this day, which is why I'm making this video. This person has caused real life problems because of the narrative he spun on YouTube, making me out to be a creep. So anyone
to be honest, he kind of did just read Jordan's fucking Twitter thread.
who looks me up or
dude, evil Vinny Vine Sauce is up to no good right now.
clicks my name on YouTube.
Yeah, Moist Critical's government name, dude.
Sees that video. This has led to me being shadow banned on YouTube for quite some time because since Charles
okay, shadow banning isn't real. I don't know how many times I have to say this. There's no evidence that exists. You have 3 million subscribers on YouTube. You are not shadow banned on YouTube. Let's see what numbers your shorts are doing. All right, these shorts are doing okay considering these are re-uploads posted probably after you've posted them on TikTok. They're just not reaching the audience you want. Maybe you need to repackage those videos and figure them out differently. Look at the videos that perform well on your channel and then figure out from there. Like, Jesus Christ. But shadow banning's not real. Like every time you hear that, it's just like a guy who's like struggling with his career on YouTube and it's just like, I'm being shadow banned. I'm being kept down by the woke mob.
Hate and harassment, people who watch his video about me come to my channel and report my videos. Let me give you an example. This video did millions of plays on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. But the same—
Well, that's probably because those audiences are different audiences. And crazy, you said that you've posted these on all those other platforms and it did gangbusters. Maybe the people who've seen it have already seen it.
same video only did 13,000 plays on YouTube, even though I have—
Dude, this guy's ego is actually bruised. That's why. Holy shit.
million subscribers. Now, I'm sure some people will say that I'm making this video because I'm trying to save my career and I'm all—
I don't even think his career ain't even doing bad. Like, there's nothing wrong with his career. I don't see a single indicator that this guy's career is doing bad. His YouTube channel isn't popping off, but like his TikToks are doing just fine numbers. I mean, like, are they doing millions of numbers? No, but like not every TikTok is going to do millions of numbers, right? That's why you put out a lot of TikToks, right? You edge the bet in your favor by doing lots of TikToks.
up, and I'm sure that Charlie himself will probably say that same thing when he makes a video about this. And I know
he won't make a video on this because this is you. This is not you actually calling him out. You're trying to get his attention, so he'll cover you again. But this is you being this is like the washed up video essayist making a long video to try and get people to cover it on their streams, but nobody's going to watch it because we all know that it's just a thinly veiled attempt to get our attention.
make a video, because the truth is, this dude saw the chance to make money off a fake story, and he chose to make a video slandering me, knowing what the repercussions would be. He made up a story reading—
quite unironically. Just read the tweets, bro. Like,
fake screenshots from—
why would you call out Ian like that, man? Yeah, man, I don't know why I would call out Ian like that.
that I started a fake podcast to get girls, OnlyFans girls specifically, to come and hook up.
Bentellect uses this podcast as a way of just like the whole podcast existence is only here as a way of trying to get Bentellect laid.
I later put out a video explaining that Jordan Max had put out fake screenshots and debunked the theory that I started this podcast because that came from me actually starting a podcast with Maria Smith, a friend of mine. I literally put out an apology video because I was sick—
Oh boy. Yeah, this guy you sound real sorry, buddy.
and tired of the endless harassment. And Charlie, without fact-checking—
Listen, I'm sorry, but those messages is just funny. I'm willing to believe that some of them are not true, but there's no fucking way that some of those messages aren't just you.
anything per usual, painted a story of me being this horrible, shady, creepy character. I wouldn't be respecting myself.
I mean, the creep, a weirdo. Many such cases.
If I didn't speak my truth. Because the truth is, there's a lot of people who unfollowed me because of Penguin's video. I wouldn't wish—
Oh, I don't even think he really knows who Charlie is, huh? Like, Charlie's gonna clock what the intent behind this video is very easily, but like, I don't think fella here knows that Charlie's been around the block.
the harassment that I received on any person I've ever met. I used to gain thousands of subscribers every day on YouTube since summer of 21. And since Charlie put his video out, I've been losing—
I really gotta be honest, I don't think Charlie's video killed your career. All right, so let's see when you're... Hold on.
been losing approximately—
It's kind of hard to see, right? So it's like, what? This is all... The lifetime of your channel is like a little bit, right? So you probably had a few pop-off TikToks. You've probably gained a lot of subscribers from those pop-off TikToks. But unless you're providing novel, interesting content to an audience in your niche, you're just not going to be successful. Like, there's strategies and ways to be successful on YouTube, but if you're not taking the time to figure those things out, your channel is going to squander and it's not going to do as well.
every day on YouTube since summer of 21. And since Charlie put his video out, I've been losing approximately 500 subs every single day for the past year and a half. I can...
Well, honestly, at that rate, you should just, you know, double down and showing your cock on the internet. You know, there's a big market for that. It seems like you were quite the viewer back in the day.
Track analytically that this video has caused irreparable damage to my YouTube channel. A lot of fans...
Yeah, but like, you can't really say that when you have all these other platforms that are not doing poorly. You know, like, this is... Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, but like... And...
recommended that I sue Charlie. Other commentary...
Oh, boy.
...channels even make videos...
Oh, boy.
...detailing the damage. I would argue that Charlie...
Yeah, I don't think it... Well, Internet Anarchist is an interesting one. For many reasons, as we've seen on this Twitch channel. Or Twitch YouTube channel.
Reading strangers' private text messages makes him and his followers more of a creep than me.
Guys, actually, it's actually he who's a creep, because he's reading my private messages where I'm acting like an asshole. Guys, it's not me who's being creepy. Those messages were private. It's him who's being creepy for reading the private messages.
Texting a girl who showed interest in me while I was single, and we're both legal adults. But there's an idiot born every second, and a lot of
Oh my god, this guy wasn't sorry at all when he apologized. Yes, that is the tweet guy.
them are following Moist Critikal.
So he tries to leverage his big follower count to then invite on OnlyFans models. He just wants to have sex with these women, and he's using his podcast as a vessel to try and do that.
Wow, I think you've gotten owned, brother. Me when my Bentellect is at 0. My guy, it's over. Just take the L. If by some chance he even sees this video, he knows how desperately you would love a back and forth. He knows that you would even accept playing the deserved role as a villain, as long as you got views again. You honestly think he has even thought about you for 1 minute over the past 6 months? He's not going to engage. If you got slandered, sue him. If you were a creep, don't. Either way, your relevance is done. That is a brutal comment. That is a brutal comment. I don't think his relevance is done. I think his career is going to be just fine. But, yeah, it's like, it's very clearly, this video looks like an attempt to garner attention. This reminds me of the Ned apology. We're both legal adults. It's just a new consensual workplace relationship. Oh, has he got music up? No fucking way is this guy making music. Let's see if it's Kino, chat. Let's see if it's Kino. Ooh, where's that? Is that Florida? Many such cases, many such cases. Thank God it's going to be flooded over with global warming. The fuck is that? I would have liked it if they were in a ska band. I think that would have been Kino. That would have been good. May 27th, 1997, but the source is an iPhone. Oh, this is great. This is great, actually. So what is Bentellect doing there? Is he's a feature on this song? Why is it posted on his channel?
And I astonished my mind, flowers taste sour, sun ran for hours, got them shades on.
What is this, dude? Why is he just here as like a fucking hype man? This is his channel.
Don't wanna see him, quit your looking, booking my style in the classified file. Don't you read it, or take it, or copy and paste it, you'll probably just waste it.
Diesel, I need you to weigh in. Would Bentellect have stopped 9/11? Yeah, I think he would have been able to neg Al-Qaeda into stopping the bombing. You know, I think he would have been able to save us.
You'd probably just waste it. This is the stakes and I'm going all in. Separating the flakes and the fakes and the cakes. Let them eat my mistakes and my sins. Cause I'm trying to call Saul in. Hitting the wall again. I was wrong, thinking I was strong. Singing the same song to my friends.
Rip VOD. Yeah, you know, I knew the VOD would be rip, but
I'm like the new why give a damn drink.
the VOD's gonna be dinged, not for the song, but for the instrumental they took from Yevgeny Prigozhin with the AI fucking record profile picture on the music, dude.
Bottle for the night with the clear in my hand. I'm a perfect example of dank on the mantle. I go and grab it and pack it just like I'm playing piano. This chick is stressed. Red dress, straight black rust straps. Where we gonna end up if you keep getting so upset? Yeah, cup filled, been chilled. Ice in the sink, grabbing a drink, cramming to think I can't even blink. Barely on my game, but calling you.
Dude, you guys gotta understand that Bentellect is a party guy. You know, he be drinking. He got that drink in his cup, and he is out here singing.
It's hardly your name, I fucking sip till I live.
Dude, me playing GTA 6 when it finally comes out, and I see these guys on the fucking beach as I'm driving the car, and I'm going boom, boom. And I go, oh damn, I hit somebody as I get 3 stars.
Thing. Step off the phone, I don't drop off the clone. At the end of the night, I'm at home. Signed Venti.
Oh, at the end of the night, he's at home, guys. Shout out Benti. Man, you know, once the Suicide Boys hit their 30s, we really started to realize how just bad the music was, dude. Like, you know, you wear a hard t-shirt in your 20s and it's cool, but you wear a hard t-shirt in your 30s, they're just like, dude, go to Uniqlo and get some khakis, man. Like, it's fuck. What did you guys do, like shrooms before doing this? What is this? Oh my god. Oh boy. That was girlfriend Q&A. Commentary channels love to lie. Oh boy, it's not even the first time, dude. It's not even the first time.
Now, prior to starting this, I want to play a video that is just like every
Dude,
single...
you know, he gets famous really quickly and then absolutely loses it when people start to give you shit for being famous.
video we're about to watch.
Like, some people just don't build up that fucking black heart to be a content creator. Like, you gotta be like, God forbid a white man catch a vibe.
Today we're going to be talking about some random YouTubers who did something really quite minor. But since I'm a commentary channel, I've figured out a way to make it seem way worse than it really is by framing it in a way that specifically benefits me. I want to reassure you that what this person did that you've never
Wait a second. Hold on. Is this like a Sunny V2 meme? Is this like something making... Wait a second. Something about this is wrong. Something about the thing he's... Okay, just me, Habibi. So this is a meme. He's watching a fake Sunny V2 video. What is this? Oh, the Dream Defense video. Okay.
heard of was really bad. Not just because the more negative I talk, the more views I get, but I also want to virtue signal that I'm way better than the person we're talking about, because in reality, half of the stuff I said about
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this video that he's watching? This is like some fucking shit post, and he's treating it like it's an actual fucking video, and he's like, "Ooh, I've owned the commentary channels."
It's completely untrue, and this whole video probably wasn't warranted anyway. I literally could not care less about the topic I'm reporting on, and I'm only doing this because I know that reporting on this topic will provide me with ad revenue, subscribers, and an empty sense of meaning.
Let's get into it.
Bentellect is still posting videos, but ever since his expose, he's lost all support on basically every platform.
Right away, it just is identical to the other video, but we'll keep going.
What do you mean that's identical to the other video? You watched a shit post and you're like, oh my god, I've so epically owned a guy. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Like, did you have a drop off in viewership after your expose? Yes or no?
Was where he started, and you might describe his style as laughing at the most basic memes he stole from Reddit.
This is exactly what people have been saying about me for 4 straight years, okay? This is actual proof that no matter what I do, regardless of it, people will talk about it because apparently it gets views. I love how it says steal meme from Reddit. The stealing thing is hilarious. Let me clarify this right now. People who say that I steal memes is
just... I feel like this one, he's gonna wax philosophical on this, huh?
No different than these people making videos about me. It's no different. It's the same
What do you
thing.
mean? It is not the same thing at all. If you read out a tweet, laugh at it, and do nothing else, that is not the same thing as somebody giving commentary or extra comedy on top of that. You need to be able to add something else to the discussion. If you just take a meme you saw on Dank Memes Reddit, read it out for your audience, and then walk away or go to the next one, you're not adding anything to the fucking post. You're just reading it out for people too lazy to scroll their eyes across the screen.
They went and used me to make content. I went and used a meme to make content. Same thing.
Catching the...
Okay, we've got to really discuss the value of what content here is, right? Part of the reason that I keep pausing this and giving commentary on it is so that way it's transformative. How transformative are the videos that you post? I think that's a pretty valid question. It doesn't really seem like you add a lot to the discussion. Like, hold on, let me just go watch another one right now, okay? Let's go fucking look at another one. This one got 1.6 mil, so we'll take a look and we'll see what you've done.
Things you have never seen. Your neighbors bringing in their groceries.
You didn't add anything. You actually literally just read it and then went on to another meme. There was no comedy there.
Okay, why have I never seen that? Underfloor heating, I think no one's ever seen that. A baby pigeon, yep.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Facts. How big traffic lights actually are. This is crazy. What a ramen noodle cup looks like on the inside. Weird. I didn't need to see that. A crane being built or taken down. This is honestly the 9th wonder of the world. Finally realized why it's called candy corn. Super bizarre.
Like he's lit. Like are we seriously sitting here and being like, wow, this is really changing my experience? If he wasn't in this video, the experience would be very much the same. Barbecue bacon burger. Welcome back, SoFlo Antonio.
Water meets salt water in Alaska. Absolutely crazy. What rain over a city looks like, this is giving me Gotham City vibes for sure. An image taken from a spinning merry-go-round. This is so cool. World's tallest waterfall in Denmark. Wow, that is crazy. Actual photo of Northern Lights. This is on the bucket list.
I actually... You know the guy who was like, man, I was feeling pretty bad and I told ChatGPT my symptoms and it told me to go to the hospital. And I feel like that guy and this guy got a lot in common, you know what I mean?
This frozen pond in Switzerland, that's insanity. Wow. These trees.
Yeah, man, it sure is fucking frozen, dude. Yeah, man, you've had a lot of commentary to that meme right there. Holy shit.
In Schönbrunn Park, Austria. This is...
I honestly don't know who's watching this shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on TikTok where this stuff is doing gangbusters, but like, I mean, more power to you. I'm not gonna tell somebody to not get their bag, but brother, if you were gonna sit here on some high and mighty horse thinking it's some fucking outrageously beautiful piece of artwork, I don't know what to tell you. All right, Sunny V2's video is a lot more artistically competent than this stuff. Okay, it provides a lot more value than whatever this is providing.
Not Green, who was the first to slam Bentellect in the video shown on screen.
This individual has made 7 different videos over the past 4 years about me. Case in point.
Bentellect was doing any—
Yeah, and does he add something new of value to the discussion, or is it just a repost of the same thing?
wrong, and by watching his videos he seemed like—
Yeah, Nick is not green, unfortunately mentioned.
A friendly guy.
I think are funny and like bringing them to life in a way.
And he definitely felt genuine when talking about his fans.
One of my favorite things about social media is that I have people that I can communicate with, engage with. I kind of pride myself on being one of the creators who actually responds to DMs.
Yeah, but I don't. Ugh. Listen, man, I like being vocal with my community. I'm a streamer. In my personal experience, when you be talking to quite a lot of fans, you be fishing for some easy action sometimes. I'm not saying Bentellect is doing that. I'm just saying that I've seen that.
Takes feedback from fans.
Ben believed he was being attacked because of the following reason.
You're just an easy target because you're almost obnoxiously like happy.
That's true. I remember doing this interview in my living room downstairs. Here's the thing. You can make some of the people happy some of the time, and that's it. So you could have a dog Instagram.
Yeah, you can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you can't make all of the people happy all of the time. All right, brother. All right. So now we're just taking other people's quotes. Bentellect strikes again, even in his everyday life.
You could have an Instagram about grass, and someone's going to be in the comments talking about how much they hate you for posting grass.
Although it'd be through another Nick is not green video where
See,
the
here we go.
Bentellect's false kindness began to get exposed.
So this is so funny. It's like Bentellect's false kindness. Like, I don't know these people. I want to be very clear about that. All these people on YouTube who have made a video about
All right, Bentellect right now. If you want to meet up and, get to know each other, I'm down, Bentellect. You know, I'm not gonna fuck you, but I mean, we could just, try to kind of do some content together and kind of see where the night goes.
I don't know them. I literally don't. And so it's hilarious that people talk about me like they know me.
That Ben had copyright struck the previous video he'd made on him.
No fucking way. Are you kidding me?
Not just copyright claim, but copyright strike.
This did happen. This was in 2021. I just point blank thought when someone used your videos,
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This guy, okay.
A copyright claim. I didn't know there was a difference at the time between strike or claim or whatever.
This video should be
really. Dude, Nick is not green is actually getting a win right now.
Removed and wanted to be looked into further.
Am I really reacting to a guy reacting to a Sunny V2 video that is reacting to a drama about Nick is not green, reacting to a guy who reacts to tweets?
A large part of the video is content that I created, including videos from the video sharing app.
And here's my thing, like, when he put out that video, I had never heard of commentary channels before. And so
oh boy, this guy. Dude, this is one of my favorite type of drama subjects, right? Because the guy's so not plugged in that he accidentally steps on a landmine.
all of this like going on to like my Cameo where people were paying me to wish them happy birthday, it felt really invasive to just have somebody deep diving into all my stuff to make a video for money and that's their job. Okay, I don't think that's that crazy to see that back in 2021 when commentary channels aren't what they are now. And it's just ridiculous.
He's really, really uninformed. He has no fucking idea that this has been a thing since 2016. Even a little earlier than that. Dude. Wow. Wow. I'm actually, I know what he's saying is ridiculous, you know, and his like behavior about the Nick is not green stuff doesn't really even seem defensible, and he's not doing a good job of developing a defense, but he is quite literally so uninformed, it's impressive.
Ridiculous to just...
Diesel, new video idea. Is this one that you want to take and write, Falgi? I mean, I've been looking to write something, and you do take quite some time. But can we watch Aeons of Battle after this?
Like, dude, who cares? I'm laughing at memes, and here he is 4 years ago making a video. I don't even know why, to be honest.
Because they think it's a little cringe and kind of funny how you do your videos, and that there's something hilariously tone deaf about how you act. I mean, that's really it.
Bentellect's tweets were stolen.
He doesn't just use other people.
See, that's so funny. Like, people are like, he doesn't just use other people's tweets. He even says phrases other people have written in tweets. That's like saying...
Okay, if you take somebody's tweet and then repost their tweet with the intent that that tweet also goes viral, that's different than you just saying something somebody else has said, right? I was dogging on him for a bit about the, you know, you can't make all the people happy all the time thing, right? But it's like, that's like the part of it where people are like, brother.
Say the word easy, because you didn't invent the word easy. So don't use that word.
I'm saying you wanted to wet the sword, and this guy is so easily trollable. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have, you know, I'm not saying I felled Pope Francis, but
right? That's stealing my word if I made up that word.
Bentellect was rapidly losing favor, resulting in quite possibly TikTok's strangest meme ever. People began stitching Bentellect's videos with weird, scary images and a generated creepy voice.
Things that don't exist anymore.
The only thing that doesn't exist anymore will be you, Benny boy.
It was actually wild. It was crazy. It just went on and on.
The meme progressed into many different formats, with one of its contributors, John Castelline, using it to show more of Bentellect.
Dude, oh yeah, John Castelline got into some big beef with him. I actually have the video up, but I don't know if we'll get to that tonight.
Bentellect's hidden anger.
Bentellect's hidden anger. The amount of work this guy put in, like, look, he took my face and, like, turned my smile upside down, fire in the eyes, the sparkles. Like, this dude's weird. Whoever made this video...
What do you mean? Dude, this guy's like, he made me look like a bad guy. What a weird guy. What a weird guy. Who would make me look bad? I'm a great guy. Everybody loves me. Never had a bad review in my day in life.
John simply joked that Ben was probably scared of the memes.
This dude goes to bed with the slightest thought in the back of his head that someone is actually gonna take things a little seriously. I'm on my way to your house.
Which led Bentellect to reply,
you kind of look like Woody from Toy Story. And lastly, dude just sits in his room telling stories in his bed.
And while it didn't seem like...
Are you kidding me? Okay, you know, allow me to steal a phrase from somebody else. But those who live in glass houses best not throw stones, okay?
Ben was all that angry, John then revealed this.
If this guy was actually mad, did he at least reach out to me?
There's no story here. I made a video poking fun at this kid's video. That night, I get like 8 missed calls from an unknown number. I pick up, sounded like John Castelline. And I told him Hit One was a weird name for your channel. Like, I told him, why don't you just call it John Castelline? And the next day, it was changed to John Castelline. And he like blocked me.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna need a fact check on that event, because I don't believe that happened. I prefer Carl Pilkington's version. Oh, people who live in glass houses, they go, answer the door, you know. Meanwhile, Ricky Gervais and his other homie are laughing.
On Instagram, and then he put out this video, and he actually commented on this video I'm reacting to and said, great video. Yeah, my experience with him was so weird.
I don't know you. Stop pretending for views.
On the 30th of July 2023, Ben and a model named Jordan Max had arranged to make a podcast in which they tasted pickles. However, just 3 hours before we were supposed to record, Bentellect texted Jordan requesting to film an extra bit of content. Do you want to make a video for OnlyFans?
So I'll just clarify exactly what happened here. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna give a really clear example of what happened there.
People have heard this. So this girl DM'd me a year prior on Instagram, basically wanted to go grab a drink. Never ended up happening. A year later, I was starting a podcast.
Guys, this creator who lives in my city wanted to get to know me a little better. And he's trying to word it as she's like, you know, this girl wanted to grab a drink, right? You notice how he's trying to diminish who she is? And like diminish exactly what the story is and like everything that's going on and like how the relationship was formed. I think that's very telling.
Drunk the day before she was going to come over and I texted her this. So, yep, this is a drunk text at noon.
All of these were just drunk texts, guys. You got to understand. It's just drunk text, okay?
Blackout drunk. It was just dumb. It was just stupid. And she tried to blow it up into something that it wasn't.
So it turns out that I'm not the only one Bentellect has tried this with. Another woman who wishes to stay anonymous DM'd me with screenshots from conversations that she had with him as well. Do you want to come over here and spend some time with me?
This whole convo, I don't care what anyone says about it. This right here, I don't know who put it out. Fake. Oh my God, I've dealt with Bentellect too. Actually, he's bothered a lot of women. Where's the name? This is just a text message and people take it.
Yeah, it's an anonymous text message. Do you have any evidence against those claims? I mean, I understand that the preponderance of evidence relies on the accusers and not the accused, but there are multiple conversations that all have very similar tones. So do you also have a copy of these text messages? And if so, are these messages different than what is being presented in Jordan's thread? Because I have not seen you present anything as different than what was in Jordan's thread. You can't just say it's fake.
It is like a story. It's not a story. Let me just say this. The story is that I started a podcast to leverage my fame to sleep with women.
Why is your impression of Bentellect sound like Donald Trump? Every time I do somebody that like is mildly irritating, I kind of default to that. But I think it's just because I'm New York. And in New York, you just see it's really easy to do a Trump, you know, because he's from here.
False. And any other person.
I mean, I could make him British, but then he'd be I'm Alex, you know. Oh, my name is Bentellect, and I love hitting my girlfriends with bricks. That's a joke about I'm Alex, not about you, Bentellect. I know you wouldn't hit a girl with a brick. You see, this commentary channel. His name's I'm Alex, and he's very British, and he threatened to beat his girlfriend's head in with the brick.
Is lying for fame, for views, or whatever reason.
I'm sorry, but they're lying for fame, for views thing is like not a really like it's not a wash away evidence thing anymore, right? It can be part of the reason why somebody does something, but it can be that and then some other stuff as well.
I got drunk at noon and texted a girl.
Jesus Christ, he might. Okay, does he? He might actually have a drinking problem.
Who had DM'd me a year before and asked her if she wanted to hook up. That's not that crazy. And then they're like, no, he did it with other women. If you see how we put this from more and more people, this is the same convo. This girl and her and I met on a dating app in 2017, hung out once, and then I think.
Okay, yeah, but is there not other conversations from other women? Because there is, and because Sunny V2 presented one chain of conversation as multiple people, you're saying all of them are just one person, or at least that's how you're portraying it as.
Hung out 5 times over the course of like 3 years, never dated, only hung out when we drank. This text message combo was a private.
Kind of interesting how most of the commentary drama guys are on the East Coast and most of their subjects are on the West Coast. Somebody's got to look into that. We got to get an anthropologist on this stat. It's probably some. I've met some West Coast guys. You know, the thing is the West Coast guys are like the normie guys when you meet them, right? I've met some normie East Coast guys too, but like you know, like you get the fun guys, the fun ones, the ones that say the slurs. We're over here.
text message between me and her. I was drunk and texting
Anthropology major here. It's because West Coasters suck.
her. Yep. There's nothing in this text message that is any of the public's business. Straight up. It's just not. If you
Okay. I mean, ultimately it isn't, but now it is. So let's talk about it.
read someone's private text messages as content, you're a clown. Straight up. Am I proud of
If you read somebody's private text messages, you're a mealy bobeedy, and we don't like that here. Okay.
Okay. Oh my god. Is that really gonna be your argument, Bentellect? Because my brother, you are like, you do not know with, like, you are toying with Lovecraftian energy, the likes of which will devour you, body and mind. If you keep getting into trouble drunk texting girls, maybe you want to check yourself. I don't know, man.
the things that have been said in this text combo? No. This text combo is also 3 years old if you look at the timestamp.
Is it or is it not inappropriate? If it is inappropriate and you have done it, would you like to address that it is inappropriate? Why even apologize in the first place, bro? You apologize and now you're undoing it? Like, what? Apologize, move on. Oh, you're relitigating it. Okay, if you want to relitigate it, let's actually look at the fucking messages.
I drank every day back then. I was constantly wasted. I've been sober a year, and I didn't make this video to clear my name or to try to fix my
reputation. It kind of does sound like that.
I've never.
It also does kind of sound like that, given the video you put out very soon after this.
Spoke on it. I apologized, and I put a video.
Guys, I said I'm sorry. You gotta understand that the situation is different.
My TikTok, that apology video was me apologizing to the people like this girl who I spoke to rudely. The point of this was to make me look like a bad guy. And then he goes on to say, yeah, he lost everything and all his analytics went down. He discontinued his merch. I haven't sold merch since 2021. So when you see a video like this, you just need to ask yourself, like, what is the purpose of this video?
Okay, this motherfucker, stop trying to gaslight me when you ain't do the history to check who the fuck you messing with, bro. I know Nick is not green is like a clown supreme, but I bet you don't even know that shit. I bet you don't even know that nobody fuck with him anymore. All right? I bet you don't even know that nobody fuck with Sunny V2. All right? That's how unconnected you are. You have no idea how much people will sit around just A-logging and fucking checking up on all the nonsense you're getting up to. All right? Brother, fucking... We're years removed from your drama, September 2024. You litigating this in 2025 as well? I think you're still pressed about it. And I think that, you know, I might draft a script about you because it's kind of funny how you're not moving on. And I think it's video worthy. I think it's video worthy. I think it's video worthy to see somebody fumble such an easy bag. What happened with Sunny V2? He's kind of like based and transphobic. I mean, I think Sunny V2's content is fine. He's definitely got some opinions that don't fucking resonate with people. You know, I think if you don't want to watch his content on the basis of some of his political beliefs, that's fine. I watch people I don't agree with all the time, right? And that was like, Sunny V2's only done that like once, and then he never did it again. It was very strange. It was very out of character for him.
It's because this dude wants to get paid.
It's because this dude wants to get paid. Listen, brother, why the fuck do you think anybody upload to the internet? All right? Oh, I'm just uploading because I love the content. I love the fans. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody does this in part because they love getting paid. All right? You get the paycheck at the end of the month, and you're like, shit. Is there anything else aside from that? Man, oh man. Meet my girlfriend. Grimace shake TikTok trend is crazy. TikToks you can't unsee. Dude, this is Facebook. This is Facebook scroll content, dude. This is content that I scroll past in between a veteran with no legs saying, "Wish me happy birthday." Is there a pickle video, man? Is there a pickle video? For people who love pickles. I have beef with the TikToker, and it's John Casterline. His YouTube channel really hasn't done numbers anyway. His YouTube channel does nothing in comparison to his other shit. Like, he does a lot better with content that's about, like, his TikTok, really. Let's take a look. Follow me on Insta. Is this racist? I feel like, is this okay? Are they allowed to dress up like this? Can I get a woke check? Can I get a woke check on this? Yeah. So this is, he posted that a while ago. He hasn't really even posted that much since it happened. Jury's out. Oh, my mouse died. We're stuck here. Do you think he has a Galaxy Print poster? I think he rolls up a joint on a Rick and Morty tray. I think he's got a Rick and Morty grinder, bro. Dude, he's got a pickle Rick. He's got a pickle Rick pipe. He bought it at Spencer's. You don't understand, dude. It's at the beach and all the empty places. And these three people chose this spot or whatever. This dude is the average Coachella attendee. Oh, here's the thing that the numbers.
My neighbor still has his lights on, despite me blasting my own lights at his front door and leaving a handwritten note on his doorstep. All I'm simply asking is for him to turn his lights away from my house. I haven't slept in 5 weeks.
Dude, he got the fluoride. He got the fluoride fucking vocal stim, dude.
Ready to take this to the next level.
I mean, call me crazy, but that's just so bright.
I got a couple more lights. I'm just gonna blast them right at his front door. It's gonna be great.
Dude, he's like a homunculus. You know, like, what is this?
Light wars.
My neighbor still has...
That's it? Was that supposed to be funny? Brother. That's it? Here's some more original comedy, I'm guessing. This is just a really expensive video, really. Okay. That's it? That was it? Okay, sure. Why not? It's like one of those things that's just funnier in concept than execution, I guess. Okay. Like, what? What a waste of cookies, though, that's for sure. Dude, I love when TikTok just doesn't load because it doesn't fucking work on desktop. Well. Great. Wait a second. Is this a video about him talking? You fell off. Buys house on 2 acres of Florida for me, my GF, and our 4 dogs. Wow, this guy's crashing out, chat. He's actually crashing out. Dude, people tell him that he's not famous anymore, and he seethes. He seethes. He is seething about it. This is the type of guy you make listen to Chance the Rapper's The Big Day album in 2016 Toyota Corolla that smells like dirty weed. Let's see. I want to see if there's more of those like that. Hold on. Oh no, another one?
This is the worst part. Man, you, out of anyone on the internet, should not walk into this absolute hole. You just trapped yourself. Why would you ever try to roast someone else's content when you know damn well all you do is read tweets? Are you kidding me?
That's it? This is your best comeback, bro? This is your best comeback? Are you kidding me? Dude, you literally are taking bait and falling for it. Like, this is soy. Like, literal soy maxing, okay? Yeah, and he reads stories. If anybody's gonna know that it would take somebody that, like, could actually roast content to roast you. Like, bro, do you got an original joke in that head? Dude doesn't give the same energy he does when he doesn't get laid. Yeah, he should really channel that. I mean, I know he's been sober for like a year, but maybe he should pick up a bottle because it really helped with his comedy.
This is the worst part.
Wow, I can't believe there's so many of, like, him. Oh, there's a lot of him coping, isn't there? Holy shit.
Somebody's watching me. Is my anxiety.
Oh my god. No, I'm gonna get fucking dinged. Imagine hating me and I'm just home laughing at memes. Yeah, man, because you are seething, dude. You're seething. Look at you. You're making a TikTok about people making fun of you for reading memes. You've got that bag, bro, but you don't, like, you can't even accept that you got the bag because you're mad that people don't like you. Like, dude. Penguins is the real creep. I don't want to know about you and your weird Reddit fetish girlfriend, buddy. I mean, if it not to bull post because I do it like every time. But, you know, not to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure mine is bigger. So I'm just saying, if we want to be really pedantic about things, I think she could have a better time elsewhere, is what I'm saying. Damn it, I lost it, dude.
TikToks are those ones where people just put on their green screen and they stand in front of the green screen and then they read out loud viral tweets.
No comment.
So it's like, you know it's a joke, dude. Like, fucking live that life, but you care. Oh, he even has a standard issue OF goth GF. I mean, her content could be better. There are other men. It's me. I'm other men. Oh my god.
This is fake. This is fake. This is fake. This is fake. And this is fake. So if you've seen this video, it's BS and he's a clown. If you've seen this video, it's BS and he's a clown. And
okay, so like this ain't actually gonna help your situation. The more you don't address it and say it's all fake, and then call all the people being detractors clowns, makes it sound like it's real and you're just spurging out.
if you've seen this video, it's BS and he's a clown. Hope this helps. This is
Wow, he not only did he not address anything, he hasn't proven what's fake and what isn't. I feel like his GF is a gosh. She was just dressing like that for the bit. Nah, she just a girl. But I bet she throw it back though.
Question.
Dude, motherfuckers in Florida, right, dude? Motherfuckers in Florida. Why is it always this Joker, by the way? Why is it always this Joker when those couples do it? It's always this Joker when it's those couples. You know what I mean? It's always this Joker and that Harley with those couples. Oh, this is another hater one, 100%. Dude, for some reason, using shorts on a desktop is shorts and TikTok just does not work. It is actually so fucking infuriating. Jesus Christ.
a while since I read some stranger's texts from the internet. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, this right here.
Okay, to be honest, his critical impression is pretty fucking good. He's got the tone down, dude.
Shows me this guy has never spoken to a woman in his life. Her response is super nice, just telling him hi, even though he's clearly a deranged lunatic. What's up?
Dude, I can't. This guy is actually seething. You're coping.
The fact that he would even ask her what's up. This dude clearly hasn't had time with a woman since 2012. It's time to pack it up, bud. Nothing. She doesn't.
Dude, he's even got the words that Critical would say. Yo, same guy who is... I don't believe that because it's coming from you, Slug. But if that is there and is true, I don't care. Go right ahead.
Want to talk? She's so bored of this.
I'm serious. So then why isn't you asking me?
Conversation. She probably threw her phone in a river right after sending this. Yeah, clearly she wants nothing to do with...
Yeah, this guy copes like Onision copes. They cope in the same way.
With you, bub. Want to grab coffee? The guy just...
You got the same early 2000s haircut too, dude. Cut from the same cloth.
Can't take the hint. She's clearly not interested. And based on the time in between the texts he sent...
Nah. This guy hasn't groomed minors, but he has been labeled a predator by a random person.
Tell that he's been single for 6 years. This guy's in for a rude awakening. She's about to put the nail in his coffin. She's about to tell him off so bad he'll never forget it. This dude will more than likely never be with a woman in his entire life. Well, that's about it. See ya.
Dude, this guy hates Critical, dude. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Critical here. Today we're looking at... I don't know. I can't do a Critical. Holy shit.
Hey, guys.
That's a really good Critical impression. That's the first compliment I've given Bentellect. Okay? That's actually a good compliment. Respect where it's due. Putting respect on his name. You've been lied to.
A year ago, Jordan Max made up screenshots between me and other women to support.
Okay, so all of it is made up or some of it? Because you keep showing to say like one set of them is made up and not the other ones.
Fake story that I started a podcast to sleep with women. Penguin, John Casterling, and Sunny V2, among many others, have made videos.
Dude, is he? I don't know if Sunny V2's face is out there regularly. I mean, I know it's out there, but face docs?
Pushing this fake story to millions of people.
Here's how it's faked. And then you show the evidence. But he hasn't.
Harassed endlessly on this platform for the past year and have lost more subs than Dr. Disrespect and Cody Co. And they are alleged pedophiles. I didn't do anything besides get rejected by a girl who
No. You didn't just get rejected, buddy, okay? You crashed out, all right? You took that rejection and you told them that they needed a red card and for the fucking refs to check whether or not it was real or not, dude.
DM'd me first. These screenshots and stories are fake. These videos are...
So the way you've presented this, Bentellect, is that all of it is fake. You presented it as all of it is fake while also saying it's just me getting rejected by a girl. Like, I like, can we not see that there's like a weird, like, contradictory statement there where he says it's fake, but then also I got rejected by a girl? Like, I can't, like, so am I just not supposed to believe anything you're saying? Like, you can't have two of these stories. It needs to be one or the other. Is it fake or did you get rejected by a girl? Okay. And then you need to provide why a certain one is fake. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
100% a defamation of my character. So if after watching this you are still a fan of these creators, you're a clown. Hope this helps. A year ago, Jordan Max...
At least I got my goth GF to keep me sane in these troubling times. So yeah, he just hasn't really proven anything at all. But wow. I honestly, like, he's a mad guy. He's mad. He's hopping mad. Holy shit, it's 12:25. I should probably close up shop for the evening, huh? Chat. It's been a long stream. Longer than usual. I've never seen an avocado dinosaur. He's been here. He's a reoccurring character, you know. He's a reoccurring character. No, I'm still working. You know, I'm sorry. Times are tough. You're not allowed to finish. You said my ex-wife, am I right? That was cringe. Sorry, not all of them can be winners. I apologize for that one. Well, guess I'm sending you all to Nick. So I will be going as fast as I came. I am going. So let me just boom.